Welcome back, everybody. We're about to hop into our adventure, our legendary battle. The four of you, as you leave the void of pure white, find yourself in a much less expected place than you thought. You prepared yourself for lava or for just like dark abyss, but you find yourself in a fairly pleasant looking and curated garden or grounds. As you're kind of like looking around, adjusting the place, there's trees, there's birds, a gentle breeze flutters by, and behind you, you can hear the sound of footsteps running towards you.
I brace my sword just in case.
And then also just turn around and see what it is.
And running towards you, you see a young man in blue robes who looks over at you and goes, "Ah, greetings, adventurers. How are all you this afternoon?"
Hold up. It can't be.
I'm sorry, is there something on my face? He looks kind of down.
Bartholomew, is that you?
Yeah, I'm Bartholomew. I don't believe I've ever met... How do you know my name?
I look very shocked and then look at everyone else like, what is going on here?
Actually, I gotta hurry up. It's getting to be late, and you hear a sound, a loud ringing bell come from behind you, and he goes, "Oh, gotta go!" He snaps his fingers and disappears. And as you turn around and look at the towering building behind you, you can see etched in granite letters upon it the words Wizard School.
Anadoltia just recalls what he just said. What Bartholomew just said before they got teleported. Like, he just looks at everyone and says,
"To accomplish what he couldn't do when he was younger."
Did he actually just send us back in time?
I would not put it beyond his power.
How old is he again?
I don't even know how old he is. But he looks very much like, well, me when I was going to school.
Excuse me, I'm waiting. And you can see standing over at the door to the school, a regular-looking Bartholomew, actually, who's tapping their foot kind of anxiously on the ground and looking a little bit impatient.
The real Bartholomew, you mean?
It looks like him, yeah.
Bartholomew?
That's what I said, dude.
Bartholomew? Did you
Principal
just send us...
Bartholomew to you.
Oh. Okay.
You four are the transfer students, yes? And not looking in particularly good late on the first day, huh?
Oh, my apologies. I always try to be punctual, but today
Yes.
was rather odd, and I apologize.
Yes, well, we're going to get you into classes right away. Let me get all of you your schedules. He hands each of you a schedule, just a small piece of paper. On it, you can see there's a few classes listed on it. It says, the first one on the list is Summoning 400. Then you can see there's Advanced Alchemy, Introductory Fortune Telling is on the list. Beguilement for Beginners is there. At the end of it, it says Commencement. And as he's handing you schedules, oh wait, I forgot about one important one on there. I need to be taking, the four of you will need Abjuration as well. And he goes in and he also just writes in between Beguilement for Beginners and Commencement, he just hand writes in the word Abjuration. Do you need me to show you to your first class?
Yes, please.
All right, come quickly, step lively. You're already late. Your professor, I'm certain, will be upset about that. You all have your books and supplies. Good. And you don't have any books, but you're all carrying weapons and spellcasting focuses and stuff.
Anadoltia does have a book.
Yes, Anadoltia has one book. And Bartholomew begins stepping lively down the hallways of this corridor. You can see various like students up ahead that are like sprinting and running to try and get to class after the bell has rung. And Bartholomew kind of leads you over to the door. He goes, "All right, here you are. This is your first class, Summoning 400. Try not to be late again." And Bartholomew steps away, and you stand now at the door of your first class.
As you look at this door, it seems to be a plain wooden door, right? There's a little kind of window at maybe human head height, but it's kind of window that's kind of like frosted, and it has the lines, so you can't really see into the room. It just lets some light through. You can see that there is, rather than like a brass plaque, like would go on an office, there's like a little metal holder, and there's a little slip of paper that's slid in there. It looks pretty official. That would represent, it says Summoning 400 on it. And it has what you believe to be the professor who's going to be teaching this, and it says Lemick, teaching assistant.
Oh, God.
I'm thinking to myself, hold up. Was he really?
Whoa.
What do you all do? You're just standing outside of this room currently.
Othgururt
And also
will-
be brave enough to take the first few steps into the room.
Oh, considering I have quite a history with this individual, I'm going inside now.
Othgururt, what do you do?
He will step through, kind of taking all of the confusion in enough stride to keep on moving despite it.
Yeah, you all open the door and you walk into a plain-looking classroom. There is a big desk up at the front, a huge chalkboard. Written upon is the Summoning 400 with Lemick. And the with Lemick is almost like in cursive and kind of fancy. Like they spent whoever wrote, they spent way more time writing the name Lemick, Lemmec, than they did anything else in setting up this room. You see that there are maybe 20 empty like chair desk combo units around here, and in the back of the room there's a series of weird arches of just burning magic. One of them appears to be an archway of fire. Another one appears to be an archway of water, and you can see the watery kind of blur through it. And these appear to be portals, and there are 4 of them in the back. And as you kind of enter, you also see standing, really irritated, leaning on a black staff of power, Lemick, the Lich. He is a skeleton wearing a long red robe with kind of flared shoulders. His little pinpricks of red light in his eyes. And he looks around, he sees you enter, he goes, "Ah, about time you showed up. Gosh. See, this is the thing about exchange students. They don't know. They're always driving on the wrong side of the road. And never getting to class on time." He takes a sip of his Starbucks brand coffee. All right.
Notice just works out. I blame Victorious.
Yeah, I don't care who you blame.
I have very conflicting thoughts because the last time I had an encounter with Lemick, I legit shot him in the eye hole.
No,
but I'm not.
Does Michael say this, or is just Michael thinking?
No,
this?
I'm just thinking this. I'd never say this out loud, but like, I'm just thinking to myself. Last time I saw him, I shot him in the freaking eye hole, and then I got possessed.
Is he alive, or is he a...
He's a lethal skeleton.
Okay.
His skeleton, he's got burning pinpricks of red light in his eyes. He's looking at you. He's got his like arms crossed. He's very annoyed. Like I said, he's got his fancy coffee sitting on one of the empty desks.
If it makes you feel better, Mr. Lemick, I do think you are quite handsome for a lich. I never thought a lich could have professionally.
Absolutely inappropriate teacher-student relationship here. Not gonna get you anywhere in this class. I'm dead. Doesn't do anything for me.
You.
Yeah, thanks. Anyway, you 4 are the last ones here, so welcome to Summoning 400. We're going to teach you a little bit about conjuration magic here. So the most important thing about conjuration is most people think it's just to summon things, and it's great at that. But the real thing that it's useful for is teleportation, portals. I've sent all the rest of the students through different portals to kind of explore and bring back, something that shows they've really spent some time in there. You're going to be heading through the last portal, and he points as he steps aside, and there's this horrible, like, black glowing portal. There's like almost drips of what looks like goo oozing down across its weird, strange, almost reflective, oily front. Well, go on in, hurry up. I don't have all day.
I want to see if I know what kind of portal this leads to.
Yeah, okay. Sure.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely. You look at it, Krixus, and as you stare into the portal, you feel almost as though the portal is staring back. You feel a chaotic insanity gripping at your very psyche, and you know for absolute certain that this portal leads you to the abyss.
Right.
I can easily sense the amount of chaos that is going in there.
And
I immediately cast light on myself via my charm.
I'm pretty sure Othgururt has actually been to the Abyss before.
You have, yeah. This is the very best spooky looking portal. The Abyss is not a place you like to typically go. But yet there are, 4 very stable looking extraplanar gates in this classroom. And Lemick is again tapping his feet, which tap very resonantly on the tile floors here. And he looks at his wrist, which of course there's no watch or anything. He says, keep in mind, this is a timed test.
Perhaps
I'm gonna use... Go ahead.
Perhaps we could gain some introductory lessons from someone who is obviously such a esteemed master of conjuration magic.
You see his, the red pinpricks of light roll in his skull. What do you want?
How would someone perhaps change the location destination of a portal?
By casting a gate spell. Or having maybe a candle of invocation. I don't know. Here, he kind of throws something out from his robes. Candle of invocation. It'll bring you back to the classroom. There you go. You happy now?
Yes.
While he's arguing, I'm going to use Dreadcraft to make a fiery crown above my head that looks like, like a little campfire, essentially. So I can see in the darkness.
And of course, Michael's sword is glowing brightly as well.
Yeah,
and wow, nice halo of fire. Woo.
My shield also has a charm of light, and I cast light up on it.
This is
She's not doing anything because she can see in the dark.
I mean, you got plenty of light at this point.
So to reiterate, we're supposed to bring something back?
Yeah, bring me a trophy. You can only get in the Abyss. I don't want anything below CR 5.
Well then.
You know your challenge ratings, right?
Oh, I sure do.
This is one of
he
the
looks
things
at you
I have
skeptically.
studied. Yes.
Right, good. Exchange students. I've got to tell them everything.
I immediately
come on, go to the portal.
I immediately run in and with the Sarge behind me.
Yep, same for man. Oh, straight
up.
All right. Let's go.
There are very, very few things Othgururt wants to do less than to go through that portal, but failing is one of those few things. So he will step through very reluctantly.
3 of you charge to the portal, with Othgururt somewhat cautiously coming up behind. And as you do so, you enter into a terrifying, burbling mire of ichor and bile. Little pools of green-yellow liquid seem almost a respite in this otherwise desolate plain of oily broth. You see little bits of frothing foam and bubbling up around your feet, and it's not like mud, which simply coats onto a boot.
Question.
The ichor here almost grabs and tries to pull you down as though the earth itself is trying to consume you. Go ahead, Anadoltia.
Okay, question. Is there also something like mushrooms and fungi in the distance in this place?
Not where you are currently.
Okay.
Who's leading the way as you just see this abyssal waste before you?
I will attempt to, and I also want to be on the lookout for abyssal chickens because they're delicious.
Okay.
I will be behind Krixus because I also have light to repel this disgusting.
Anadoltia will just climb onto the back of Othgururt and just ride on his shoulder.
Okay then. That is for the best for us to stick together. This is a very dangerous place.
You begin to make your way through. Othgururt, you're taking up the rear or the front? Or I'm sorry, I cut you off.
He's just going to stick very close to either of the people with a light source.
Mm.
Kind of stay in the middle.
Yeah.
Anadoltia will just be looking around with her devil's sight, make sure nothing really pops up from the darkened areas that the light cannot reach.
Mm-hmm. You're walking through, each step belabored as the very ground attempts to pull you down. And turning back, you see the large portal, the gateway behind you. And only a few steps feels like you're so far. Just a tiny pinprick of light in the distance, that portal. And then you step on something strange, Krixus. Something that, that's not goo or bile. What do? Your foot has stepped on something with a weird texture, almost leathery. Do you quickly step off?
Yes.
As you pull your foot back, you look down, and looking up at you is a terrifying, snarling face. It isn't maybe what you had expected, a rock or perhaps an old body left here to rot amidst the ichor, but is instead a strange, pig-nosed face. It has a large jaw with jagged teeth that jut out at different angles, its lips and gums slashed and cut by its own fangs. And it looks up at you and opens two small, beady orange eyes and snarls. And around you, you begin to hear more snarls as bits of the ichor around you begin to disrupt, and these creatures begin to pull themselves up out of the mud and muck. I'd like all of you to roll me initiative. As you see the dredge. Okay.
Such good.
And what are all of your passive or active? Actually, could all of you roll me an active perception check first?
I've forgotten we both rolled the same initiative.
Or I guess not first, but as well. Beautiful percent. You guys are on. Yeah, maybe. Holy moly. Oh my, none of you are surprised. That's the first thing. So that's awesome for you. The second thing is every single one of you noticed something else. And I'm going to get to that in 1 second. Let me just quickly roll these boys.
But
All right. So we have an initiative count. All right.
Anadoltia, since we tied, who do you want to go first, you or me?
No, I'll let you go first. You're the one that can do a lot of damage to these things.
Fair
All
enough.
right. And I think as you see these small, I mean, they're not small by any means. They're the size of maybe small dogs, right? These wolf-like, pig-faced beings pull themselves out. They have these long, leathery ears and green, wretched bodies pulling themselves out of the ichor. The thing that concerns you more is the shifting beneath your feet and the large, nay, huge eyes that you see opening directly below you, as there appears to be some huge monster emerging from the muck, which I'm going to roll its initiative in secret because you can't quite see it yet, but you are aware of its presence. All right. And as the oily ground shakes beneath you, Michael, what would you like to do?
Well, I'm going to have Sarge not do anything for now, but stay beside me. And I'm going to use my 2 attacks on the closest thing, whatever it is.
Well, there's a thing buried in the muck directly below you, and there are the tiny little dretch-like dretch demons around you. Or I say tiny, they're small size category, so they're about the size of like a dwarf, maybe a little smaller than a dwarf.
I will attack. Actually, I will attack the dretch.
Okay. Yeah, there are quite a few dretch crawling up out of the muck. Oof.
Well then.
You swing forward against the first dretch, and its pig nose growls at you, seemingly not connecting. Your second swing, however, strikes clear, and there are a total of 6 dretch. Oops. Okay.
Well, I'm pretty sure the damage I'm about to inflict on this thing is probably enough to kill one.
Yeah, it very well may be. Go ahead and
19 total.
Yeah, you, with one cleave of your sword, shing, you cut the horrible pig-nosed being in twain. Its body still like snorting in the upper half, almost trying to crawl at you. And you see inside there are no organs, there's no blood, there's no even bone, only the black Icarus bile of the abyss. All right, anything else you'd like to do, Michael?
I don't really have anything else I'd like to do.
All right, Sarge is taking the dodge action, then I'll take it.
Yes, that'll be Anadoltia's turn now.
Anadoltia, what do you want? What's
All right, my question is, like, since I'm on Othgurt's shoulder, like, from where I am outwards, how many dretch are there?
There are 5 currently. 5 remaining.
Okay, so Anadoltia, like, from her point, not getting Othgurrt in this cube I'm about to do, Anadoltia is going to attempt to frighten all these things with her Fey presence.
Oh, okay. I think you could probably get 3 of them in the Fey presence if you would like. But because they're all kind of around.
No, I'm doing like from my point, just as a side forward.
Yeah. The problem is they're on either side of you. They aren't just all in one spot.
Yeah, I know. I just want to get as many as I can, including whatever's underneath us.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, he's not immune to fear. Very interesting. Cool. What's the DC?
19.
Okay. And I'm going to roll for this boy. It's a wisdom save?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. And I just rolled that with advantage because he is magic. Cool. And then
wait. This is a feature, not a spell.
Yeah, it's spells and other magical effects.
Ah, okay.
Yep. Well, the bright side are the Dretch don't actually have advantage. The 3 Dretch all fail. They are terrified of your Fey presence. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
That will be all.
Okay. Othgururt, what's your move?
He'll, without throwing Anadoltia off his shoulders, he'll pull his halberd off of his back and move to swing at 2 different of the pig-like creatures standing in front of them to kind of drive them back. I have no interest.
Oh, nice.
In your wicked ways, creatures.
Excellent. 2 very solid hits. Alrighty. How did that work? Yes. All right. So your first hit, you swing and you actually knock out effectively 2 of them. They're kind of modified swarm that I'm using. So with one swing of that critical hit, you swipe out 2 of them, and then your second bone halbert takes out a third. There are only 2 of these Dretch remaining as you leap down, and the 2 that are left are terrified currently. They're under the effects of the fear spell. Is there anything else?
I will charge forward to kind of stand between them and get off of the spot we were standing on.
Keep in mind that Anadoltia is on your back.
Yes, that's the intent of moving between them.
Gotcha. So you rush upwards and place yourself between the 2 Dretch, which snarl at you with their pig-like faces. And Krixus, before you go to move, as you go to move, the ground beneath you suddenly indents and goes down, like you've just fallen into almost like a sinkhole. I would like everyone still in that area, which is going to be Michael, Verity, Sarge, and Krixus, to roll me a dexterity saving throw. All right, that's a Sarge should have a bonus for taking the dodge action.
Oh, he gets a bonus? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I believe he gets a bonus for taking the dodge action. I'll tell you that in a minute. I think it's just a +2.
So that'd be a 16. So...
no, it's advantage.
Oh, it's advantage. I'll roll again.
Cool. So Michael, you got an 8. Krixus got a 9. All right, so Michael and Krixus both fall prone. Sarge is able to maintain his ground as smashing up, erupting from the ground in front of you and destabilizing the entire area. This is now between you 2, like bisecting the party, right? Half of you are on one side of it, and Anadoltia and Othgururt are on the other. Is this towering? It's almost like a massive version of those green-skinned Dretch, except this is covered in this kind of reddish brown fur. It's got a horrible pig-like snout, but a massive toothed jaw. Instead of wiry, leathery ears, it has 2 twisted horns, as this Goristro has erupted from the earth in front of you. As it does so, it's going to make a hoof attack against each creature that's fallen prone, which in this case is going to be both Krixus and
me.
Yeah, and Michael. So Krixus, oh my god, it crits you for 38 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And then it stomps down upon you, Michael. Just...
Well, it hits.
It'll hit you for 19 bludgeoning, a much more gentle hit than the one against Krixus. Krixus, that really hurt. Kicked you right in the gut. That feast's not feeling as good. That was its erupting bile. Or no, sorry, it's erupting immersion. Now it's going to take a fist attack, because it can do that. And it's going to punch at Sarge twice. Sarge is still up and standing. So they're just regular old punches against Sarge. Punch and punch.
The second one misses, and I take half of the 18.
Yeah, and these fists are just with these huge clawed fists. It's terrifying. All right, so that's a Goristro. Krixus, if your move, you're prone and in pain.
I'm going to get up.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm also going to... Well, wouldn't be an adventure with me without something fun like this. And the DC is 7.
All right, is a Constitution save against the Goristro?
Yes.
Okay.
DC is 7.
DC's what?
17.
It'll fail. All right, so it's going to be how much damage?
26.
26. The radiant light burns at this creature, and it lets out a horrible yell. All right, it is in a lot of pain.
I will then grab both of my scimitars and just and I'll back up a little bit.
All right, cool. Oh, well, thankfully it's got plenty of reach, so you're not going to provoke attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
So you back up a couple feet just to give a little space, as
Yeah.
this brilliant column of radiant light strikes down. The Dretch are terrified of you, Anadoltia, and they are going to... Let's roll. Let's see what they do. Flee. The Dretch, seeing that 4 of them are already dead, turn to run. Would you like to take an attack of opportunity, Othgururt, or Anadoltia?
Yes.
Anadoltia would not, since she can't really do that.
Cool. Yeah, it'll be a tough one for Anadoltia.
Let me fix my halberd because it has once again broken for some reason.
R.I.P. 15?
15. Oopsies. Yeah, we'll absolutely hit one of the Dretch. Go ahead and give it the damage. All right, you will cleave that Dretch in twain, and there's only one fleeing. All right. That was a Dretch turn. Michael / Sarge, what would you like to do? This horrible Garistro demon stands before you.
Well, what I'm going to do is, firstly, I need to get my butt up and
Okay.
not be prone. And
Sure. Stand.
secondly, I'm going to pull a wombo combo on this here monstrosity before me, and I'm going to attack and initiate trip attack, and Sarge
Cool.
will use the exact same thing.
Excellent.
So
Ooh, getting the double trip attack in too. I like it.
yes, and for a reference, what is the size class of this creature?
It's huge.
Okay, so it can't be prone, but I will still attempt to do bonus damage.
Cool.
So this is my attack. 19.
The 19 is absolutely going to hit it.
For 19 yet again, and I need to roll a d8 +1.
Alrighty, and
Rip.
4 of that is radiant, right? Because
Yeah.
this is an absolutely chaotic creature. Okay, that is important for me to know.
Yeah, because I'm assuming it's weak to radiant. And next is Sarge using his own attack with
Like
trip
that.
attack.
My enemy. Okay.
16 damage, and the d8 is +7.
Nice. So that totals up to what?
19 plus 16 plus 7.
Oh, I just need to know the last part. I've already added the others.
Oh.
Okay, it's 23 more damage.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, as you cleave into this creature, you and Sarge coming at it from kind of two sides, slashing at its orange-haired legs. You see that black ichor just pouring out of it. And more than that, you see almost more of those Dretch creatures, like inside of it, almost crawling their way out.
Oh no.
All right.
Guys, we got a problem.
All right. Anything else you'd like to do, Michael?
No, other than cringe at the fact that there's things inside of its body.
Yeah, and again, it doesn't seem to have like flesh and bones. It's just black ichor. Anadoltia, it's your move.
Anadoltia pulls out her trusty butterfly bit and attempts to hit this gory, whatever it is. Just
I wish you the
just
best
like
of luck. What's the DC on this? 14?
Yeah, but I have to see if I hit it first.
Oh,
Give me a sec.
I wish you the very best.
Nope.
Unfortunately, the 10 is not going to connect. As you swing with the butterfly net, and unfortunately is not hitting him. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
That'll be all. That's all
Cool.
I can.
Othgururt?
Othgururt is going to. It's technically in like a indent in the ground, right?
Yeah, a little bit. The ground is mostly normalized, but yes, it is slightly indented where it is standing. Mainly because like it was under the ichor before, right?
Othgururt is going to try to run up and jump onto the thing's back.
Jump up on the monster's back. Absolutely. I think that is an athletics ability check. Let me quickly grab onto it. Yes, climb onto a bigger creature. Yep. Strength, athletics, or dexterity acrobatics.
I'll go with athletics if that's okay.
And weirdly enough, it has to contest with its acrobatics, so which is a little strange. All right, it can't succeed. You leap onto its back. You just jump up, and I imagine you're like stabbing the hilt of your halberd into it, right, as you're climbing up onto it. You are up upon the Garistro's back now.
I'll try to climb up towards its shoulder, and if I can reach it, I will try to hit its neck.
Okay. Go ahead.
All right.
You were able to do so because you succeeded on your ability check.
I hope you won't be needing your head.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You swing twice with the halberd, and I'm going to give you advantage on these attacks because you are up on its back. It was a clever move. So go ahead, you hit with both of those. Alrighty. I will say the oh no, he's not going to do it. That's weird. All right, cool. You slash at him twice. For how much total? What's that? 14 plus 13, 27?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. All right, he's looking pretty hurt. Anything else you'd like to do, Othgururt? You are now up on the Garistro's back. And now it's the Garistro's turn. The Garistro tries to like reach back with its claws toward you. It's going to make two fist attacks at you, Othgururt, up on its back, which it's going to make with disadvantage. Oh boy. 22 for 19, and then 21 for 22 bludgeoning as it slams twice at you. I'd like you to make 2 athletics or acrobatics checks, with the DCs being 19 and 22 respectively. All right, so it does knock you clear off. So you do fall to the ground. It knocks you over those 2 times, and then it will make its hoof attacks. One at you, Othgururt, now that you're on the ground. It stomps down, 22 bludgeoning damage. And then its second hoof attack will go after, let's see, who would hit the hardest? Probably Michael.
I have a question.
Yes.
Could Anadoltia probably use the reaction to jump off Othgururt before he gets thrown off
and do what?
On his back?
So you want to try and stay up on the Garistro?
Yes.
All right, yeah, you could roll me an acrobatics check against those same DCs. All right, you unfortunately also fall in, and given that you fall right next to Othgururt, who he's pissed at, he stomps at you with the second attack.
Oh god.
Oh boy, 29 for 35 bludgeoning.
Ooh, that does hurt, and Anadoltia warps back.
It warps back up on its back. Beautiful. It can't do any more attacks. You're up on its back. Krixus, what would you like to do?
Well, first thing, it has not moved, correct?
No. Oh crap! It didn't. It was distracted by the moonbeam. Well, not by the moonbeam, by the people on its back. So go ahead and give me that moonbeam damage. Very nice.
18, and I will, with my golden and silver scimitars.
He's looking pretty hurt.
I will make an attack and an off attack. So, boom, and boom.
I will give you advantage as currently Anadoltia is up on its back and it is just flailing. So that'll be the first attack as a miss.
Okay, and then this. Boom. Ooh.
Yay! Second attack's a hit though. Go ahead and give me that damage. Oh no! Well, we'll take what damage we can get. You slash at it for another 2. It is still pretty severely injured.
That macro got broken. There was no dice associated with it.
Oh.
Oh.
That's, go ahead and just manually. What should be a D6 plus? What's your higher strength or dex?
Actually, it wouldn't be anything on an offhand.
Oh, cool. So just go ahead and roll me the d6 plus 1. All right, cool. 9. Krixus, as you slash upwards with your scimitar, how do you finish off this Garistro? As you can see in all the slashes, the horrible dretches like pulling themselves free.
With power of Moonbeam and my glorious scimitars, I make a flourish with the first swipe and miss, but as I come back around with my other, I want it to go straight into this black bile and ichor, trying to escape dretches on the ground.
And they splash all over the horrible, wretched pig creatures. And you see they're like twisting and transforming as they go. Some of them very small, but stretching and warping as they flee from the scene, crawling. It's almost like a wellspring of these tiny little wretched dretches, and the stench is overwhelming. But as all that happens, you hear an interesting sound echo throughout the abyss. It seems distant, but it's unmistakable, and it's a school bell. And as the group of you collect the head of this Garistro and make your way back, you see Lemek is impatiently tapping his feet.
Wow.
Wow.
We got that scroll that can make it instant. I want to take an arm, by the way.
Sure, you grab these various quickly grab these trophies as you rush back, and Lemek says, "Wow, look what we have here! Delinquent late with your oh, is that a Garistro? Wow. I mean, you know, you really need to be on time for these things." He kind of looks at you all.
Othgururt is walking over, arm against his chest like he's holding a broken rib.
Yeah, suck it up. I break ribs all the time.
I'm just going to take the head and walk as, like, trophy-wise with it on one of my scimitars.
All right.
Then just present it to Lemek and kind of just bow.
Uh-huh. Yeah, sure. All right, well, you passed this part, but maybe I should teach you another lesson. You know, conjuration, when you bring back the dead, we call it necromancy. And he's going to wave his hand, and the Garistro head just comes to life and starts to chomp at you. I'd like you all to roll for initiative again. Actually, I'm just going to keep the same initiative. The Garistro head, this huge skull that you've dragged back, basically, just begins to chomp aggressively at you. But at the same time, you feel a pull from your schedules, like you need to leave. Michael, it's your turn. What would you like to do? You see Lemek and the Garistro head in front of you, and you see about 40 feet away the door into the hallway.
I don't have time for this shit, I say out loud, and with my sword, I just put it right up to the head, and give me 1 second.
Okay. Oh, geez. Oh, you're going ham. Is that the level you wanted to cast that at, Mike?
Yes, I'm only using 1 charge. I'm not wasting all my charges on that. I don't have time for this shit. We're blasting and leaving.
You blast the head, and do you also hit Lemek? Because you see Lemek, right? His cape is starting to flare out, and he's starting to like float a little bit.
No, I'm not gonna hit the teacher because that's against conduct. I'm pretty sure, if I remember school policy.
Oh yeah, no, definitely not cool. You hit the Garistro head with your laser beam, and it can't move, so you just shoot it with this beam of light from your sword.
And then I literally run out to the room.
Okay, I think it is distracted. Let me roll a saving throw. Oh my goodness, it is not actually, wait a minute, that save DC is higher with your +4, isn't it?
No, I already put the +4 into account.
Yeah, okay.
That is a DC 17, in fact.
All right, it succeeds, so it's going to make an attack of opportunity with you, against you as you run. It will try and gore at you with its horns as it swings its decapitated form around. Oh my gosh. All right, it's
You've gotta be kidding me!
42 damage. Are you still up?
Well, yes, I'm okay. But what the hell? 42 damage. Come on, it's a head.
As Lemek says, no, there's plenty of time. All right, and Anadoltia, Michael and Sarge have just dashed through the door into the hallway. What would you like to do?
This is on Krixus's weapon. The Garisto head?
And you feel the pull of your schedule like you're late already for your next
I'm just asking, is the Garisto head on Krixus's weapon?
The Garisto head's very large. It's a huge thing. It's just on the ground in front of you, snarling at you.
Okay, so, I mean, would the head itself be considered large? Or smaller?
It's large. The head is large.
Okay, in that case, Anadoltia looks to Krixus and Othgururt and says, "You know what? Just throw into the hole." And she throws down the portable.
You throw it in the portable hole and just get ready to run with it.
Yeah, just have them have someone throw into the hole and then someone else just fold up the portable hole and then we just head out. Yeah.
All right, Othgururt, what are you doing? Lemek goes, "Hey, that's cheating."
Sorry to run, but a very smart teacher has just scolded us about being tardy, and we must correct our ways.
Ah! Do you try and push the head into the hole?
Yes.
All right, the head will attempt to gore you as you do so, unless you have some way of pushing in the hole without getting close to it.
By using my halberd as a pole arm and just shoving at the tip of it.
Beautiful. Can you roll me an athletics check?
Yes.
Oh my god!
You just take the pole arm, just whoop, and just flip the head into the hole. There's just snarling Garistro head in the portable hole. And Anadoltia, you've booked it to the door. Othgururt, do you run?
Gotta go.
Advised.
I'm gonna fold up the portable hole and I'm gonna snatch it and run.
I love it. You just kind of grab the corner of the hole.
Yep.
And you
Sorry, gotta run.
That's what
I just imagine the portable hole is like one of those little screens that you put over your car windows for the sun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking too.
And as the four of you run into the hallway, the portable hole that just kind of slightly snarling, filling behind you. And let me say, "Hey, I guess that's fine." You find yourselves a few paces down the hallway, standing before another door.
And what is this one labeled?
And this door, as you can see in front of it, this appears to be the door to your class, Advanced Alchemy, which was on your schedule. And underneath it, it says, Adjunct Professor Bartholomew.
I slowly facepalm. You've got to be kidding me.
Anadoltia just has Krixus return the portable hole to her, and while on top of Othgururt, just hopes to go into.
You head in?
When I hand it back,
Othgururt says, "I'm on his back."
when I hand it back, I go, "I think you dropped this."
Yeah, thanks.
So who wants to brave whatever awaits you in Advanced Alchemy?
Well,
I'll go in first.
Being said, we can't get any worse, so I'll get in too.
Krixus, you open the door into Advanced Alchemy, and you see the classroom before you, and leaning kind of sideways in like a lounging position, head resting on hand, just laying vertically across the desk at the front, you see a wizard in brilliant rainbow Technicolor robes, sunglasses, and carrying a staff topped with a disco ball. You see something thought to only have existed in legends, Bartholomew. Hey, greetings, my groovy dudes. What's going down?
We're here for class?
Oh, you're all here to learn Advanced Alchemy or something like that, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
I've sort of a laid-back teaching style, so I thought maybe instead we could just sort of do whatever and just sort of hang for a while.
Is alchemy the creation of potions and chemical reagents?
Oh, you can do stuff like that with it, certainly. It's also, well, it's, transmutation plays a lot into it. You can do all kinds of buffs and stuff. I don't know. Whatever you all are feeling, I can make it happen, cats. Cool cats, that is. Trying out some new phrases.
Cool, I mean, I would really love a potion.
A
potion?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, we have, he kind of looks at us, we have an hour. Why don't you all just chill out for a minute?
Yeah, it sounds good.
Sounds
Is this like a
excellent.
short? Is this the equivalent of a short rest?
Yeah, you guys can grab a short rest if you want. As Bartholomew just seems to be teaching a complete blow-off class.
Yes.
Tell me, what's the good word, my cats, dudes, and brothers, and sister?
Nothing much. I got really beat up by a disgusting thing from the abyss, thanks to Lemmick's class.
Don't let it bring you down, Michael Brown. There's a rhyme, sort of. That's kind of a cool thing to say, huh?
Okay.
Anyway, you want any buffs or anything? I know all kinds of transmutation. I got spells and potions. Don't mind casting a plant growth, if you know what I mean.
Do you happen to have one of those potions that makes you become taller?
Ooh, an enlarge. He casts a spell on you. Transmuted. You become bigger.
Apparently, they're not one roll 4 of those.
Anyone else want like a buff?
Yes,
I don't
I'll
mean
try
what
one.
buff. I would like a buff. I don't know what buff I would want.
Oh, well, how about this one? He snaps his fingers again, and all of a sudden, you find yourself moving significantly faster. Your movement speed seems to have doubled. You've been hasted.
Oh, whoa, this is very nice. I can't stop moving.
Anadoltia, want to fly? And he snaps his fingers at Anadoltia. You find yourself lifting off the ground.
As in the per fly spell?
It seems like it at the moment.
Yeah, okay, I'm fine with that.
Krixus, what do you want?
You got anything that helps with, I don't know, casting spells?
Nope. I don't think there's anything like that, but, he looks at you for,
There is. Sometimes I have heard that enhance ability helps one concentrate.
I think that's only skill checks. Unfortunately, not saving throws. But how about just some stone skin? And he makes you into stone skin. So he runs that idea. And your skin, Krixus, becomes hardened like stone, and he goes, all right, you all feeling better?
Kind
I don't
of.
have any potions. I mean, I have potions, and he drinks a bunch of potions, but those are for me. I don't know, get out of here, you crazy kids. Take a recess.
Thank you.
Nice. And I just zoop.
And you guys have successfully completed advanced alchemy, bringing you to the next point on your schedule. And that weird music that was playing in the room the whole time abruptly stops as you
I
kind
should
of
have
just find
mentioned that
yourself.
I should have mentioned that I was going to use my second wind, but I was caught off guard by everything.
Yeah, in a whirlwind, you just find yourself like what even just happened? As you find yourself pretty well rested coming out of advanced alchemy, and now standing on the precipice of your next class, which says introductory fortune telling, and under it it says Professor Philip Q. Janglebones, PhD.
Oh, it's been a while since I've seen him. And Dosha like quips to herself.
Yeah. You want to pop in?
Yes.
Yeah, and Dosha actually flies
yeah.
in.
I pop in
and
and make sure I'm not late because whoop.
And you get in right as the bell rings, actually. You get in right on time. And as you enter into this classroom, it's not laid out like a traditional classroom. In front of you is just an incredibly long hallway with what looks like a bunch of corridors kind of flying off at different points and areas, as it's just a weird, confusing looking hallway. And sitting at the desk, which is immediately on the left side of this hallway, you can see the skeletal form of Professor Philip Q. Janglebones, who looks over at you. Ah! What's going on? I am Professor Philip Q. Janglebones, PhD. Welcome, students. You're right on time.
Yes, indeed.
I'd heard you were having some trouble with punctuality, so it's good to see you've gotten all that straightened out.
Yes.
Indeed.
I still blame Victorious for that.
Lemick was very kind as to instruct us on the ways of being punctual.
Lemick's teaching here? Well, what a shame. That undead doesn't know what he's doing.
Anadoltia, you can always show him the thing.
Later.
Well, I'm teaching introductory fortune telling, or in layman's terms, divination classes. A lot of people think that divination is one of the less effective schools of magic. However, I wanted to show all of you, along with some lovely volunteers, just how incredible it can be. You see, the ability to know wherever your opponents are at any given moment is invaluable. So I've hired some pros to just teach you that merit. Myself included, of course, will be volunteering.
So, what exactly do we have to do?
And he kind of gestures down the hallway and goes, for starters, I'd start running away. I'm going to give you a countdown from 10. And then I'm going to try and find you and hunt you using divination magic. As well as the other pros up in the maze. And you're looking now at all of these weird corridors in here. And it does seem that this is some kind of labyrinth that is in front of you.
Oh my.
So try and run. If you're able to survive until the end of the period, you'll pass.
Sarge, you're gonna have.
Right.
I'm sorry I have to
10.
do this, but I
9.
Let's
running full
go.
speed.
I use my haste to move really, really fast and
Yeah.
go as far from the lab to the labyrinth as possible and try to find the most freaking unusual spot. And I also return Sarge to his sphere because he wouldn't be able to catch up.
All right, yeah, so you begin hiding from, apparently Philip Q. Janglebones is counting himself among them, but these expert diviners. Yeah, what's your strategy? So it sounds like, Michael, you're just running on ahead and just getting as far away.
I'm trying to, well, not only that, but I'm trying to use my skills and tactics to from my many battles to know where the best place would be to.
All right, go ahead and make me. This is a hide check, but go ahead and make me a stealth check with advantage because you get to like double the amount of areas that you search. So go ahead and make me a stealth check with advantage. Oh my goodness! Michael,
more like.
Michael Verity runs off down the corridor and just disappears. He's just gone.
I'm like, bye guys, see you later. Pew!
And he's just gone. What do the other three of you do? As at this point, it's 7, 6.
Question: What does this labyrinth look like?
It's high walls on every side. It's laden with doors that almost make it look like part of the school building that you're in. Very high up above you, it's just open void. It does not look like there's a ceiling on this chamber. The walls are maybe like 60 feet tall, all said and done. But yeah, up above it, it's just kind of like an inky blackness.
Okay.
Yeah, there's lots of long corridors that seem to twist and bend in different places. Like, you go up to, as you're running ahead, is 6. You look down the one to your right, it like twists and bends and curves. Others are just
I know what
perfectly straight.
Anadoltia's doing.
What is the corridor made of?
It seems to be made of, like, stone.
Perfect.
Stone and sort of, ooh.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say that and the stone skin work really well.
It's made of stone, you say?
Go ahead and, yeah, it appears to be. What about you? What are you doing, Anadoltia?
All right, so is there anything that could be considered just a ceiling?
No. Like I said, you could fly up to the void, but there's void above you.
All right, in that case, Anadoltia just pretty much takes the portable hole and just slaps it against a wall and just lowers the head out. And then once the head falls down, she'll just pop in and close it.
So you're gonna pop in. You need to have somebody close the portable hole if you want to, because you can't close it yourself because you're inside of it. All right, Othgururt, you close the portable hole. You just fold an Anadoltia up.
Yep, and then I just start running through walls, just going in a straight line forward.
Excellent. That's righteous. It's the scene from X-Men. All right, you begin just running through walls, and you just hear in the distance, Othgururt, you hear, 3, 2, 1, ready or not, here we come. And the first to act in this actually, I would like everyone to now roll me initiative.
Anadoltia has 6 this time.
Once again, I'm going first.
And I'm going to roll initiative for some other folks.
You might also want to roll initiative for the head.
The head seems to have ceased being animated at the time that it got out of Lemmick's thing. The head just slops down to the ground, and you see it like twitch a little bit for a second, but it mostly seems out of commish.
Okay.
And I gotta roll initiative for some other stuff. And Philip Q. Janglebones, you'll see him roll initiative. So the first to act in this case is you, Michael Verity, but you've hidden yourself extremely thoroughly. Krixus, also go ahead and make me a stealth check.
Regular advantage.
With advantage, absolutely. You're literally in a wall.
Oh!
Another natural 20. Nice! And you, Othgururt, you're just running. And Anadoltia, you don't even need to roll because you're just inside of a portable hole. So you just can't be seen except unless someone knows you're in a portable hole. Othgururt, you're running through walls and just trying to keep your eye, and you're looking out. You're looking out and kind of just over to the side of you, as you're the first one that sees maybe one of these volunteers that was asked to come here. And you run by a corridor, and at the end of it, you can just see this huge hulking figure. And you look down to the left, but you just keep running forward. And you begin to hear over to the side. And you continue running down the corridor. Growing closer and closer and louder. You're beginning to hear footsteps on the ground. Meanwhile, you who are Michael Verity, you have hidden pretty well up to this point, but you're beginning to hear the sounds from where you are. I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw, Michael Verity.
Is this a charm or frighten effect?
This is not.
Shit.
8.
Yeah, no.
All of a sudden, where you are in the maze, you start to feel what is this ethereal gaze looking at you, as some type of divination magic has been cast on you. And you can just feel an eye watching you now. And in the distance you hear, "Ha ha! I'm coming for you, Michael!" The sound of Philip Q. Janglebones approaching.
Yes, but can you catch up to me?
That's a great question. And in front of you now, as soon as you say, "Can you catch up to me, Michael?" you just see a teleport spell appear in front of you. Yes!
Nope, and then boom, book it.
And
Nope.
in front of you, you see Philip Q. Janglebones' head immediately just appears in the corridor in front of you, and you begin dashing. And
Nope.
Krixus, where you are, you can see now, you can actually hear. And you hear a voice, "Hello? Hi there! Where are with you.
Wisdom save.
No.
Okay.
Constitution save.
Con.
Yep.
Oh boy. Oh.
Krixus, you're gonna take half of this damage because can you see while you're melded into stone? Can you see what's happening outside of the stone?
Not really. If I'm not mistaken, you cannot.
You can for now though, because as you're stuck in the stone wall, unluckily for you, you watch as a gaze affixes over the wall. The walls here aren't particularly thick, and you've kind of melded with it. But as that gaze fixes on you, your spell ceases to work for a moment as you're stuck in an anti-magic field. And you find yourself taking half.
Oh god.
You only take 4. That's not even bad at all.
Oh, that's not bad.
You're also restrained as you are currently inside of a stone wall. As currently your head kind of is poking out on the other side, and you see you are dead in the middle of a beholder's anti-magic cone.
Oh.
And with that, I believe the first in this initiative was you, Othgururt. Othgururt, you can hear this crashing sound coming closer and closer towards you. What would you do?
Very simple approach. Take the most obtuse, indirect path that the maze has, and go through every single corner of walls where there's not a nearby door to make it as hard as possible to follow behind Othgururt.
Okay. Go ahead and essentially, I want you to make me an acrobatics check right now.
Oh boy.
Because this is, I'm gonna use this to measure your, I'd let you make athletics actually. I think that's reasonable. Because this is gonna measure essentially your fleetness of foot, as you are, just barreling through this maze, trying to find the, just the best escapes. And 27, all right, yeah, you're moving very, very well. But the Minotaur that it seems to be, that you now see is pursuing you, and is literally just crashing through walls after you in its pursuit, also seems to know these corridors extremely well. It is going to make a, it does not have athletics, but it will make a check to see if it's able to keep up. And right now, you are maintaining your distance between it. It seems to be moving extremely fast, Othgururt, and its horns are barreled down as it just keeps crashing into walls. You can see it's hefting a big great axe behind it too, which it's dragging along the maze. But you're staying ahead of it as you're not near catching up. Anadoltia, you can hear extremely loud crashing and a as this Minotaur is just destroying walls to follow you, Othgururt. He's the Juggernaut. Moving next in initiative.
Real quick question.
Yes.
What's the floor made of?
The floor, it seems to be like a tile, like it was out in the hallway of the classroom.
Okay.
That is going to bring us next in initiative to...
Me?
Was it Michael? I'm sorry, I lost track. There's a lot of things that happened when that initiative rolled. Yep, it is you, Michael.
So, I literally, actually no. Before, I'm not going to dash, but I am going to, before I book, I'm going to try to force Janglebones to stay put with this.
Oh no. You're gonna command Philip Q?
Yep, DC 17!
Alright, let's see what Philip Q Janglebones, he's pretty adept at these sort of things, but we'll see what he can do. What does he make, a charisma saving throw?
It says wisdom save, DC 17 though.
Wisdom saving throw.
Damn.
That's a 23 from Philip Q Janglebones. You see Philip Q Janglebones isn't currently his full skeleton, he's just a floating skull in the air, and he goes, nope, not quite good enough.
Then I run 60 feet.
All right. You begin running away. How far did he fly? Ooh, you're getting away pretty quick though. Because you're way faster than Philip Q. Janglebones. You run no, don't do that! But you're already running down corridors and ahead. He has no way to provoke an opportunity attack. He has no hands. But that's going to bring us, the Minotaur already went, that's actually going to bring us to Philip Q. Janglebones, who runs down a corridor. Michael Verity, I need you to make me a extremely important Constitution saving throw. Oof.
Actually, no, I was trying to say, I thank you for giving me something that I could actually use, and then I freaking fail. I'm like, I hate you now.
Michael Verity, you hear, I also need Sarge to make me one, because Sarge is with you, right? Sarge has the haste as well.
Oh, he does? I didn't know that. But, I don't think it matters. It doesn't matter, because if I'm at 0, I don't think...
Can Sarge, well, Sarge will be there to protect you either way. So go have Sarge make one too.
Okay. Con save. Don't fail me now.
Sarge is fine. Michael Verity, you're running, and then you just hear Philip Q. Janglebones unleash some of his undead power. Maybe for the first time, he lets out this. And as soon as you hear it,
and then I faceplant.
You just faceplant downwards?
I faceplant because I'm going so fast.
Oh no, your body probably like rolls a little bit down the corridor, and then Sarge kind of runs up behind you. Sarge! And stands in front of you, blade arms to defend. Ragdoll physics in DnDTime confirmed. As Sarge now stands alone, protecting his master and dear friend here. We move next in initiative to the Beholder, which also rolled pretty well. The Beholder's looking at you, Krixus, and it goes, "Hello there. How do I get you out of that wall?" He goes, "Wait, hold on a second," and he looks away, and you're back melded with stone in the wall. He goes, "We went up."
I'm gonna run out as soon as I do.
It is his turn at the moment. This is his move, but you can on your turn. He looks away, and as soon as he looks away, the magic comes back. So you're still like hidden in the wall again, and then he looks back. I need you to make me another Constitution saving throw as he traps you in the wall again.
Oh, boy.
You're gonna take 18 points of force damage as you are crushed in the wall. As he keeps looking back, he doesn't seem to know how to get you because when he can see you, you're in the wall, and when he can't see you, you're invisible. Like when he's not looking at you, so it's a tough situation he finds himself in. That's all for his turn, as he's confused about how to deal with you in this wall. Is it Anadoltia or Krixus next?
So I just look at whatchamacallit, this Beholder, and I go, "Well, if you would look away for just a moment so I can step out, you can totally, yes, this will work."
Make me a persuasion check with advantage because he's frustrated. He thinks about it and he goes, okay. And the Beholder will, on his turn, look away. Do you have anything else on your turn? You could also just try and use an action to break away.
I will also try this.
Yeah. Go ahead and make a strength or athletics check. This is a hard one.
Oh god. I think it's the same. You're
right in the wall. You flex your muscles. You're stuck in the wall. That's gonna bring us back around to the top. Michael Verity. You are actually. I'm sorry, Anadoltia. You're in. Do you want to leave? Do you want to hop out of the? Or,
no, I'm going to stay in a portable hole, but I am going to just ready action just in case something tries to look.
All right, and Sarge, who's standing over you, Michael. Sarge is going to attempt to. He's going to attempt to. Can you go ahead and make me a medicine check with Sarge? He's going to attempt to revitalize you a little bit.
Okay, what is that? Oh, wisdom. Okay,
yeah.
Straight wisdom.
Yep, just go ahead and make me a straight wisdom check.
Yeah, no.
Yep, Sarge is looking over at you, and he's just kind of holding on to you right now, Michael, who is down, and just trying to, like, get you to wake back up. But that
No,
is
I did have an idea, though, if you could... I was thinking, what if Janglebones is still approaching? Could Sarge try to scare him?
Sarge could. Actually, Michael, Verity, you're carrying potions, aren't you?
I have one potion of healing left, actually, that I've never freaking used.
Actually, Sarge is going to just pull out your one potion of healing and feed it to you. That's what Sarge is going to do.
And what is that?
You regain 5 hit points, which is not a lot,
Fair
but
enough.
also you're conscious. As we move down again to the top of the initiative, I believe it is Othgururt.
Othgururt, while running, will whisper to Anadoltia through the hole, folded up hole, hoping that she can hear him. I may need to enact a plan that involves dropping you out of the hole. Stand by.
That's good. I'm already ready.
And he's going to wait until he's got a wall between him and whatever's chasing him and another wall upcoming, and then he's going to sort of like stone swim up the second wall and start tracing along that while going upwards.
And you see, like, you've kind of moved in such a way that the Minotaur is able to, like, keep pace with you now, but he's underneath you, and you're definitely above and outside the range of his what looks like nasty-looking axe swing. That all for your turn, Othgururt?
I will need to find some way of not staying up here, or at least, since I'm enlarged, can I wedge myself between two walls to stay up here without being inside of a wall?
Unfortunately not. These walls are pretty thin. Like, you can stay in the wall, but you can't, like, there's no, like, gaps between them. On the other side of the wall, it's more maze. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what I mean. It's like the corridor, how wide is it? If I stretched myself out, could I put limbs on either side, either wall, and hold myself up there?
Yeah, but your midsection would still be in the wall. I think I'm confused about what it is that you're trying to do.
I'm trying to not put myself in a position to take force damage.
Okay, yeah, that's... Unless you want to approach the void, that's inevitable if you want to stay in the wall. And you want to stay at a higher point on it. That is unavoidable given the situation.
All right, then I'll stay in the wall and unfurl the portable hole down to where Anadoltia won't fall out of it, but to where she can fly out of it.
Okay. In that case, that's going to bring us to the Minotaur's turn, which stops at the point of the wall where you are kind of unfurling this thing, and it's going to bring back, and we'll see how much damage it's able to do. It's going to bring out its great axe and swing down for 41 points of slashing damage. The wall just shatters as the kind of thing reverberates up it. Anadoltia, you can still, like, the portable hole starts to fall, and I'll say that you can fly out of it right now before it starts to fall. If you're cool with that.
Actually, I was going to point out that I did say I was ready action for when the pretty much when someone peeks in, but would that also count as when someone opens?
When someone opens, yeah, I'll count that. Go ahead. What's your ready action?
All right, so the ready action is ball of light, right onto the ground of where it happened.
So it's going to make a Constitution saving throw. It's pretty good at those, but it still fails.
No, it's not, and now it's blind.
And it just kind of as it smashes this section of the wall. Othgururt, you are in the wall. You don't take the force damage, but you do fall. Are you at the top of the wall right now?
As far up the top as I can be.
In that case, you are going to take half of this damage because you're huge, a large creature right now. So I'll say that it affects you less because you're proportional significantly bigger, but you're going to take 12 points of bludgeoning damage as the wall that you're in is just destroyed with a mighty axe swing, and you fall to the ground. Also, make me a dexterity saving throw to see if you land prone or not.
This should...
All right. You land on your feet, and he's going to make a reckless attack against you as this Minotaur is furious with his second attack.
But I'm pretty sure it has disadvantage.
It does, but it has advantage because of the reckless attack, so it's just a flat roll.
Oh, God.
Othgururt, this axe comes in and cleaves across. You take 53 points of slashing damage. Anadoltia, you're up above. The creature takes, and then Krixus, the creature looks away so you can get out.
Okay.
Wait, has my turn came back around yet, or?
Oh yes, this would be your turn. I apologize because the order got messed up.
Yep.
Okay, in that case, I'm going to use the action to make the wall of light fire a beam at the Minotaur.
Oh Jesus.
Holy
you watch as the beam of light courses forward, dealing 30 points of radiant damage. The Minotaur just crashes backwards into the wall, like destroying the wall behind it, and then throws up a thumbs up and goes, "Great job, student."
Thank you!
And Krixus, it looks away so you can get out of the wall.
When he turns around, I'm going to do two things. First, and this is DC 17, not 12. I don't know what's up with the sheet. I'm going to cast that on him.
Beholder will make a saving throw. Strength save?
Dex.
Oh, Dex save. Not his strong suit. Oh, apparently it is a strong suit.
He makes that, but still.
The tidal wave courses over him, and you watch as the tidal wave hits the big eye of the beholder, and it just starts to like blink and shut. It just starts to like blink and shut red as you kind of charge this tidal wave from the side, avoiding the anti-magic cone, and just oh, the salt in my eye! Come on! And it just keeps like blinking really furiously. And at the end of its turn, it's going to use a legendary action to use an eye ray on you.
Oh, I'm as soon as I do that, I'm going to start just hauling ass.
Yeah, you begin running down the corridor. I am going to need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, okay, maybe. It's so bad.
You succeed. Don't worry about it. Nothing bad was going to happen to you, Krixus.
Yeah.
And that's going to be all for your turn. Actually, now it's the Beholder's turn proper, and they're going to chase after you and make 3 eye rays at you. I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw. I need you to make me a constitution saving throw, and I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, so it's
2 wisdoms and a con. The con is going to fail. The wisdom is going to succeed on both. Don't even sweat those, but you are going to take 30 points of necrotic damage as the enervation ray strikes you from behind, and the beholder just goes, "Ha! Got him!" And that's all for the beholder's turn, and it's also all for your class period.
Oh. Thank God. I was
You hear a bell ring out. The beholder's like readying up what looks like a death ray at you. Krixus, the Minotaur's like standing back up with the axe. Philip Q. Janglebones looks down over you and Sarge and begins like preparing another brutal undead. And you just hear the telltale sign of the school bell. And each of you have successfully survived through this lesson. Philip Q. Janglebones calls out, and suddenly you're all teleported back to the entrance into the maze. And he goes, "Great job, all of you. If everyone knows where you are all the time, it's quite a threat, isn't it?
I'm currently dazed because my freaking haste wore off as a result of me getting knocked out.
Yes, actually I see all of your buffs are wearing off, but you better not be late for your next class. You know how people are about punctuality. You're looking a little bit unwell.
Well, when you shriek so loud, it almost bursts my eardrums and makes me faceplant into the floor. That kind of does that to
We will worry about it later, Michael. We must go quickly.
Yeah, and also
my everything hurts though.
And also folds up a portable hole and then just uses her rod to just regain a.
You grab yourself a spell slot. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, pretty much.
And you exit out. Philip, you're able to have a great rest of your day. As you stand now at the door to your next class across the hallway.
This classroom door actually has a brass plaque on the front, and it reads, Torflus Frumbleduc. The door is currently closed. Would you like to enter?
Yeah, and also that name seems very familiar.
Yeah, you walk into the classroom, you open the door, and probably to your shock, you hear voices. You hear students, they're chattering. They all look like little Bartholomews, which is a little upsetting. But yeah, as you look in here, there's about 20 or so of those same, desk seats that were in Lemmick's office, or Lemmick's room. You see the chalkboard is up there, above it written "Beguilement for Beginners," and you see a very plump-looking dwarf. He's wearing blue trousers and a very, very fancifully decorated blue jacket with all sorts of gold trim. He has bright orange hair, a huge curly mustache. He wears a monocle in one eye, and he turns to you. Why, hello, students. Welcome to Beguilement for Beginners. I am Torflus Frumbleduc, the greatest dwarf wizard in the land. Please take a seat.
I come in looking like I got hit by a freaking train and sit down. Because
as you do so, he waves his wand and you look perfect. You look unharmed. You're in agony still, but you look great.
Oh, God. I think now I remember why I hated school as a child.
Well, welcome, students, to Beguilement for Beginners. The class begins now. Nothing happens. Actually, as you look around, the Bartholomews are all gone. You're just in this classroom alone with this plump, pompously dressed dwarf who goes over to the chalkboard and just starts writing stuff. You can't see any of what he's writing, but he's just writing stuff.
Wait, question.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there is writing, but we can't see it, right?
Yeah, it's like you're looking at it and you can't comprehend it totally.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Do you want to roll an ability check to try and comprehend this?
I mean,
I know you have your eyes of the Runekeeper, which is why I'm letting you roll this check.
Okay, so what do I have to roll for it?
It'd be your spellcasting ability check here.
Oh, good. I had +6 with that.
Yeah, well, basically, roll me proficient was like a spell attack roll, or actually for you be a charisma saving throw.
Yeah. Charisma saving throw?
Something like that. Yeah.
Oh well, I mean, would it still get a +1 bonus from the ring of the what is it called again?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Yeah. So I'll just roll a saving throw. Just give it a +1 after this.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah. Okay.
As Anadoltia's looking at the writing, are the rest of you doing anything?
So that would be 25.
Can I attempt to cast a charming spell on the teacher because that is what beguilement is all about?
If you would like, sure. What spell would you like to cast?
Using my sword, I cast suggestion on the teacher and basically tell him
the spell fails.
Damn it!
You go to cast it and there's no creature there. You realize.
So I didn't really cast anything. Damn it.
No, it just, nothing happens. And I think you realize in casting that spell, it does use one of your charges, that
who are actually.
That's not a creature. That's an illusion. And I think with that, you kind of blink and you can see it is an illusory person writing on the board. It's not a real person. You can like kind of see through their kind of now grayed out translucent form. They're still walking around doing writing and stuff though.
Come on. This is not beguilement.
Othgururt is tapping desks to see if any of them are real or fake. He's aware of what beguilement means to some degree, so he's expecting something to be fake.
Roll me an investigation check with advantage. Yeah, you're looking around and touching some stuff and tapping on a desk, and it seems solid, and then it seems solid, and you're kind of, guys, getting kind of warm in here. You realize?
Yeah.
But we're gonna get back to that in just a second. We're gonna get to you and Anadoltia. I'm just trying to figure out what everyone's doing. And Krixus, are you doing anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna heal myself.
You're just like, oh no, because all the Bartholomews that were like, greetings, adventurer, greetings, Bartholomew. Right, they're gone. Just, yeah.
1 second. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I need to get my improvised damage list out. Excellent. Yeah, you drink your potion. Anything else you wanted to do?
Yep.
That was it's a bonus action to chug that potion.
Oh, it's a straight up just bonus?
Yeah, it's just a bonus action to drink a potion. Do you want to drink a second potion?
Yeah.
All right, bada boom. Putting those potions back. Krixus spends his turn to look. What are the flavors that you had, by the way, on these potions?
Flavors I had?
Yeah. Did you get special flavored potions? We're going to just say they taste like meat for now.
There was that one I did get one time that was in, it wasn't regret. It was disappointment.
So you drink disappointment and probably one that you don't remember buying, but it tastes kind of like concern, deep concern. And
Seems fitting.
Othgururt, I would like you to roll me a Constitution saving throw. Okay. Because you unfortunately, all right, so the bright side is you succeeded on your save, which is great. So you're gonna take half the damage here. And it's not a ton anyway, because you only I imagine tapping with your fingers and stuff. You take half of whatever this rolls. It's fire damage, if that matters to you. 23 points of fire damage, half to 11. And as you kind of do that, as you're just kind of walking around and tapping stuff, you're not realizing where your feet are tapping, and your feet tap on a tile that, oh, it's so hot. And as it burns your foot, it kind of, the illusion falls away a little bit of the tiles, and you see lava where floor used to be around you. And Anadoltia, as you're deciphering the script, you understand what it says. It says, escape the room, pass the course. And as that happens, you blink, and Anadoltia, you can see everything. And as you do so, and I imagine you start yelling out, everyone else starts to see this as well. As you're no longer sitting in a classroom in chairs. Instead, you're on the hull of a weird wooden ship. You can see that in places it's on fire. It appears to be sitting in a pool of magma. And it is getting very hot in this room. Oh, and then you see the fiery fins of the lava sharks. I'd like you all to roll for initiative.
16.
The floor is lava. Or at least you're pretty sure the floor is lava. You're not sure. Maybe that's the trick. All right, Othgururt, you got a 20. Excellent. All right, and Anadoltia. So Othgururt, you're going to be the first to go here. What would you like to do? As suddenly you blink and everything here kind of becomes visible, you see like the fins of fiery sharks swimming around you. You see no obvious exit to this room.
He
The
will
ship is
call
starting to
out,
set on fire.
The hot parts are real. Careful not to burn yourselves. And he'll step away from the edges while being careful not to step on anything else that's on fire. And
yeah, the ship, you're on a wooden like ship, right? There are big sails, and the ship is going up in a blaze. You don't see like walls or anything anymore. It's just black void out in the distance and lava that you're floating in.
go ahead, drink both of my greater healing potions now. I'm gonna need them.
Okay, so you just start putting back potions.
Yeah.
And, all right, layer action. You hear Torvus's voice echo through. The key is to find the way out. Good luck. Oh, also, avoid the sharks. You see these massive lava sharks erupt from the earth in a deadly leap, lunging past you all. Who is still grouped together? Othgururt, you were off on your own a little bit. So Krixus and Anadoltia. I need both of you to roll me strength or dexterity saving throws, your choice. As you see, almost like a shooting star, this shark-like molten form leap and try and leap over the ship toward you.
Anadoltia will go for dexterity.
Okay. All right. It's only a 12, right? Or 13 in that case?
That will be 13 because of my charm of good luck.
That, unfortunately, is going to fail. You are going to take...
Wait. Doesn't
yes.
Doesn't the feast benefit apply on that for Anadoltia?
It says dexterity ability checks. It does not say
Yeah,
saving
unfortunately. Does not affect saving throws. You're going to take 2d6 plus 4 slashing, and it's going to be 4d6 fire as so yeah, you can check it out there. 14 piercing and the 13 fire as it lashes past you. Krixus, you drop down and duck under it as this lava shark leaps over.
27 back down to 57.
A second lava shark is going to leap up and try and bite at you, Othgururt, because you're toward the end, right? The edge?
Well, before that happens, Anadoltia does use Misty Escape.
Okay, where would you like to teleport?
Wherever the door was beforehand.
So just out into the lava fields.
Pretty much.
All right, you teleport 6 or probably about 40 feet out into the lava field, and you're standing on an invisible platform that you did not see a moment ago.
All right, so yeah, Anadoltia just like as soon as she lands, she waves to everyone to let them know where it is.
I have an idea.
By the way,
Uh-huh.
Othgururt moved towards the center point of the boat, or as much as he could, while he was drinking the potions.
In that case, they will also do a deadly leap toward you. So can you roll me another either strength or dexterity saving throw? All right, you also dodge out of the way like Krixus. All right, Anadoltia, it's your move. You're on some sort of invisible platform that you cannot see.
Yeah, well, Anadoltia will then, I guess, first she lets everyone know where where she is right now. It might be the exit, and she will attempt to open the.
You reach up and you're feeling around and you feel a door handle. Well, roll me a wisdom or charisma saving throw, your pick.
Oh, charisma for sure.
Cool. Yeah, you reach up and you set your hand on a doorknob and it is apparently locked.
Oh. All right. Would that have considered an action?
That's an action.
Or...
Yep, an action to investigate it.
Okay, so let me check this right quick. Is it an action to use this? It does not say if this is an action or not. So,
What is the item?
Mystery key.
Go ahead. You want to take your mystery key and go for it? Roll me the mystery
Yeah, I mean, I
key.
have 3 of them, so might as well just try one of them. So.
I wish you the absolute best.
All right,
5% chance. Roll me a d20. On the 20, it works.
Let's see. 20!
I really want this.
wait. Wait. I want to use. I know it's a big chance, but I want to use my inspiration for this. Can I do that?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so use that inspiration.
All right. Unfortunately, mystery does not seem to work. All right. Krixus,
That one didn't.
Yeah, that one did. You have 2 more. Krixus, what would you like to do?
I am going to see. I'm going to look around on the deck and see if I see a key.
Yeah, roll me a perception check. 17. Yeah, as you're looking around, you see a key. It appeared, and I think you saw it for just a second. And it wasn't just then, it was as the lava shark leapt over you. It appears to be dangling from the lava shark's neck by like a little chain.
Okay. Where is that lava shark at right now?
It jumped back into the lava. It went
in the
over
lava.
the top of the ship into the lava on the other side.
While I am waiting. Let's see.
What's the move, Krixus? Yeah, it was a check right there, so it was an action. A bonus action left if you'd like to use it.
Oh, I got a bonus action. Best I can do myself.
I skipped.
Cool. No, it's actually just your turn right now, Michael. As Krixus heals himself up with a healing word of "You can do it, Krixus" or something. Michael, it's your move. What would you like to do? You and Sarge.
Right, I'm at 5 hit points.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
not
looking bad.
risking, yeah, I'm not risking anything. So what I'm gonna have since Anadoltia is on some invisible platform that appears to be safe from the lava sharks, I'm going to have Sarge carry me, get me as close as possible. I'm going
It's
to
about 40 feet off the ship. Just float just in the air. Like, you get to the 40 feet of lava between you and where Anadoltia is.
They have him yeet me over there.
I don't think he can throw you 40 feet.
Damn it.
Do you want him to try?
I don't think...
I mean, odds are he's gonna yeet you into the lava.
Yeah, that's a bad idea. But, instead, you know... The lava sharks are real, however. You just gave me the best idea I could have thought of. I'm going to cast Suggestion again.
Okay.
But this time, I'm targeting the lava shark that has the key, and I'm basically
Well, you can't see him right now, but you could ready this action to cast it as soon as you do.
Yeah, I'm going to ready an action to cast Suggestion on the lava shark with the key.
Okay. And all right, cool. We will get to that when that happens. All right, Othgururt, it's your move. What would you like to do? The ship is really starting to sink into this lava now.
All right. Othgururt is going to look for the ship's mast.
Yeah, there's a big mast.
He's going to start climbing up it, and then he's just going to toss 2 javelins at different points in a line between himself and Anadoltia to see if one of them will hit a surface, like another space to stand on that isn't it's visible.
Yeah, roll me an attack roll.
All right.
First javelins kind of goes wide. Rather, I think what happens, Othgururt, with that first javelin is you throw it and it goes like past Anadoltia, like strangely close to Anadoltia. Not like you were gonna hit her, but like you think it should have hit that door if there's a door there. Your second javelin goes in nearly the exact same place and seems to embed itself in nothing. But yeah, you slam one of them.
There is definitely something over there, but I cannot see it.
Mm-hmm. It's a little disorienting. Is there anything else you'd like to do, Othgururt, now that you're up the mast a ways?
I don't think I can ready an action at this point.
No, that was an action to do that. Bonus action?
I really hope I'm not going to take damage, so a rage would be a bit of a waste. But
up to you.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
Okay. Lair, the ship sinks deeper into the lava. Lava is now spilling onto the deck in places. It's kind of listing to the side a little bit, which is actually convenient for you, Othgururt, that you're bringing you closer to where Anadoltia is. And the mast, actually the sails, begin to unfurl on the ship. Not in the way that you would kind of hope in terms of it bringing you places, but instead they almost menace and wrap around you, Othgururt, and attack you. Unfortunately. So, yeah, the sails go to wrap around you. They definitely were unseen when they got 21 to hit.
Oh god,
Yes.
the sails are a mimic.
The sails wrap around Othgururt, tying him pretty much up near the top of the mast. About, what, 15 feet up? How high were you?
40.
40 feet up. Oh, you have a
I
climb
can
speed.
climb, but I might not be. Probably 20 then. I'm not familiar with the climbing rules too much.
Okay. So you're
However high I can
about
get.
halfway up the sails, and you are now wrapped up in them. You take 11 piercing damage, and it seems like there's like a face in the sails of some creature, and it's biting you. Also, it's totally wrapped around your head. You're blinded, and you can't breathe. All right.
Sails are killers, oh god.
Yeah. And then a rope from the sails whips down at someone on the ground. Let's go Sarge. Sarge. Oof. Oof.
Well, luckily he takes only half of that.
Cool. All right,
So,
that is
good luck.
the layer. Anadoltia, what would you like to do? You're still standing in front of this door, which appears to be locked.
All right, Anadoltia will attempt another key.
All right. It's not working.
The lava sharks.
Actually, I do have a question. What would those keys count as? Like an action or a bonus?
I'd say
action?
bonus.
All right, in that case, Anadoltia will just have like as an action, she'll have Pahapi, her blick frog, come out and just sit on her shoulder, just in case.
Okay. All right. So you have.
There, but can use another mystery key as an action.
Yeah, you can do that as an action.
Oh well,
Does
this
not
is
appear. All right, Krixus.
Are those lava shark fins coming out of the lava anywhere I can see?
Yeah, they are, and actually, that could trigger Max's move if you want to take it. When the ship
How
sinks
close are
down.
they? How close are
Well,
they?
let's actually get Michael's because he had ready the suggestion. So this
I'm
might
ready.
be a little
I'm
different.
ready. Suggestion on the key, and basically saying it would be wise for you to give me the key and leave me alone.
Okay. What's the DC for that? 17.
Yeah, DC 17 Wisdom.
Okay. Oh, I didn't roll that correctly. All right. Krixus, actually, one of the lava sharks beaches itself kind of like on the deck of the ship with you. You're not sure if it's trying to like eat you or what it's doing, but it's like swimming up on the now submerged part. You can see the glinting key.
Like this chain, what is it made out of?
Really hard to tell. It looks just like a metal chain, silvery chain. Should not be alive in lava. Actually, roll me. What is this check? Do you have any metalworking tools check? Or something like that?
Closest would be like nature or survival.
Roll me, I guess just intelligence, I think. It'll make the most sense. Just an intelligence ability check. Yeah, this must be it's gotta be like adamantine or something. Which is why it's not melded.
So the shark is near Krixus, not me, right?
Yeah, well, it's on the deck, right? It's trying to get as close to you as it could have on the layer turn.
Ah, okay.
For now, I'm just gonna do.
Krixus, I would take the key.
Yeah, I'm gonna go attempt.
You're gonna attempt to grab the key?
Yep.
How are you doing it? Just reaching in and grabbing?
I'm gonna reach, grab it, and then back away. Not
Okay.
hostile.
It is biting around like it's gonna try and bite you probably.
I thought my suggestion would be to give.
It's not gonna try and bite you, Michael.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I think it's best that you do this.
Okay. The ship is sinking into lava, by the way. You think by the next round it's gonna be mostly sunk into lava.
Okay. And that a check would be an action or bonus. Or
For what? A check to what?
my intelligence check.
No, don't worry about that. That was nothing.
Okay. Well, you get that key, and with that, I will use Wild Shape to turn into a giant eagle.
Excellent. So you're a giant eagle and you're fluttering in the air a little bit.
Yep.
Michael and Sarge, what are your moves?
Okay, so this is going to be very action movie-esque in what
Okay.
I'm about to do. So first I'm going to go up to the lava shark that I suggested, and I'm going to take the key without issue because I told him it's okay for me to do this. And
Yeah, it works.
and what I'm going to do next is I'm going to have Sarge quite literally carry me, and as my action, legit dash as this ship is sinking. The mast is starting to go sideways, so he's literally running off the mast, throws me off. No, first he jumps off, and then he throws me midway.
It's gonna vault you toward Anadoltia.
Yeah, but before Sarge falls in the lava, I use my bonus action as I get on the platform to return him to his feet. So,
Yeah, I think that works.
so yeah, I need to make a bunch of checks here. So I need to make an athletics for Sarge, I'm assuming.
No, I need you to roll me a charisma saving throw.
Charisma saving throw? I'm a little confused about this, but okay.
I know why.
Okay. Othgururt.
Wait.
That's all part of the ready to action. So we're gonna Oh, actually, I guess the shark thing happened right now. So I need you to roll me a dexterity save now as the shark goes to bite at you. Or actually, I guess you just roll an attack. So you go and you grab the key. It's gonna make a bite attack toward you, Max. Does 17 hit you, Mike?
Yes, and I fall on the floor yet again. Thanks.
Oh wait, shit. No, wait. It's still. No, I think you do. I think you do grab the key because you're just charmed.
Actually, wait, no. Actually, wait, no. Wait, no. That's a 17. That misses.
Oh, doesn't even matter then. I couldn't attack you because I realized it's charmed by you.
Yeah, it's charmed.
Cool. So you grab the key from the shark and you're ready to make the run on the layer, which is when the ship will sink more. Othgururt, what would you like to do? It's your turn.
Othgururt is struggling with a weird cloth or seeming cloth, whatever thing, all over his face. He's just trying to get to safety. He doesn't feel like sinking into lava today. It's pissing him off. He's going to rage and then bite the thing on his face.
Okay. Valid.
Is this affected by the blinded, considering it's right on his face?
Yeah, it's flat. Go ahead and just roll normal.
Okay.
It can't see you. Oh, very nice. All right, you'll hit it twice.
Oh wait, ignore the
Necrotic
fire. Yeah, forgot to turn that off.
Cool. 18. Yeah, you are shredding these sails. Severely damaged.
There are muffled growling sounds coming from the suffocating lizard.
All right. The ship begins to seriously sink. Othgururt, getting very hot in there. You and... Oh, I'm sorry. That was actually the wrong damage, wasn't it? Should be D10s. Oh, lol. You and the sails take 12 points of fire damage. You're not in the lava, but you're very close to it. The sails burn the rest of the way up. So you are actually now freed, Othgururt. Michael, I need you to roll me an athletics check for Sarge.
Already on it.
And then an acrobatics check for you.
Oh, shit. Well, I died.
Roll me an acrobatics check for you. All right. Sarge goes and runs up the side of the mast. Actually, can you roll me a dexterity saving throw?
I swear to God, if I die already, I'm gonna be really upset right now. Because there's no other way to escape.
I'm a giant eagle.
All right. So, Michael, you and Sarge both plop down into the lava, and it burns. It burns a lot. How much health do you have left? I think you're
five. Yeah, 5 just end me, and I put, yeah. Sarge is just going in the sphere because he's having none of that.
Still have your death saves, my dude.
Yeah, so you return Sarge with that acrobatics before you hit the lava, thank goodness. But yeah, you are unconscious and sinking into the lava. Anadoltia, what would you like to do? You see Michael has fallen into lava when Sarge slipped trying to charge up the mast.
All right, how far are they from me?
15 feet, maybe about halfway.
Okay, so just like Anadoltia will cry out to Krixus to save Michael, but her action will pretty much have Pahapi, her blink frog, grab that key off of Michael since he's no longer, I would say he's not really carrying it or wearing it anymore.
This is valid. All right, so the blink frog, what does this do?
Pretty much he blinks there, grabs it, and brings it.
Nice. The blink frog block just blinks, and in a literal blink of an eye, it has the key that Michael was holding.
And Anadoltia will use that key to open the door.
All right, I'd like you to roll me a charisma saving throw.
No problem.
As you go and insert the key, the sheer force of your will overcomes this illusion, and the door opens up. And looking at the key, like as you pull it out, you see beyond, right, the tiles of the floorway of the school. You pull the key out, and the key doesn't have any knobs or anything on it.
Wait, does it have any what on it?
It doesn't have any like key parts on it, like any bitting. It's just basically a rod that you just stuck in, and it just worked.
Oh, okay. She just
and you realize in this moment, the sheer force of your will desiring the door to open may have been enough to open it.
Nice. Okay, so yeah. She hopes Krixus heard her and then just walks through the door.
All right. So you're outside. Krixus, what would you like to do?
Yep.
Well, considering someone, but understandable. Someone got a little hasty because I could have just flew him up there. I go swoop down on.
Well, Othgururt needs help too.
Yeah, but someone's in a little bit more immediate danger.
That's true. You want to grab Max?
Swoop down because I have 80 fly speed actually.
Okay.
Swoop down. Pick up Michael.
Mhm.
and then I'm gonna just kind of chuck him through that door. Well, fly back up, just like throw him off.
Cool. You do so. You grab Michael, and he flops out into the hallway, pretty scorched, but alive.
And then I kind of fly over by where the mast is, and I just like, caw! As loud as I can, like screech, like,
Othgururt
come
sees
up,
you.
come up. And I just sit there flying right there.
Michael, can you roll me a death saving throw? All right. Not looking any worse, but still could use some help. Othgururt, it's your move. You see the part of the mast you're on is about to submerge into lava, but you see Krixus about, right nearby. Or I'm sorry, you see a giant eagle flying right nearby.
Are you? Did somebody call you? Okay.
I just,
Othgururt will just shamble from the mound onto the back of the giant eagle then.
Okay. Yeah, okay, yeah, you can do that. I'm not gonna make you roll anything for it. Yeah, you shamble onto the back of the giant eagle, the lair. The ship splashes down into the lava. And Krixus, I need you to roll me probably a charisma saving throw.
oh boy. Yay.
All right, a splash of lava splashes up toward you in your giant eagle form. How many hit points do giant eagles have? I'm just wondering, for a friend.
Oh, I also
26?
have,
Oh, they're fine.
oh, not only that, you forget my Feast of Affinity.
Interesting.
Because I have yet to take any elemental damage.
Well, the lava splashes up and strikes you for 24 points.
Okay, and then Feast of Affinity. First elemental damage type suffer, I gain resistance.
Cool. So you now have half as a 12, and you resist fire damage.
Yep.
All right, that was the lair. And Anadoltia, what would you like to do? You're in the hallway. Michael looks bad.
I don't have any healing things, so I'll just attempt a medicine check.
Yeah, actually, Michael does have his second potion. You have a potion of greater healing, at least listed on the site.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Do you want to just use that?
Might as well.
Cool.
It was from the Halloween, I bet you.
Yeah, I think so. All right. So that was Anadoltia. Krixus, you fly out. And as you fly out, I think what happens, you're so fast, you're able to kind of evade this, but you're almost hitting invisible barriers that you didn't see before as you're flying your way out. But you're able to evade and dodge around them as you very quickly fly back toward the door out of the room. And as you all do so, you find yourselves breathing heavily in the hallway of the school, looking back into the room. It just looks like a classroom. You don't see anything really different.
I'm just healing. Need to roll my heat. I'm trying to figure out the greater healing potion thing.
I got it. Boop, 14.
Yay.
And as the group of you stand up, you hear Trophos' voice call out, "Excellent work! You've passed!" And then you hear the school bell ring one more time. And you go to make your way toward your final class, Abjuration.
Please tell me the school has a nurse or some form of such.
One would hope.
So as the voice says that, nice use of hallucinatory terrain.
Oh, it was more than that.
Well, that's the one I'm used to of it.
You make your way down the halls, Michael, like breathing heavily and limping a little bit. And yeah, you stand before a really plain room, just like the word abjuration was written onto your schedules. You see it almost written onto the door, actually in the exact same script and font as on your schedules.
And Anadoltia just thinks, I'm willing to bet Bartholomew behind him. And she enters the room before she's late.
Okay. You all scamper into the room?
Yeah.
Yes, but I sent
Scamper in.
out Sarge first again beforehand.
Yeah, exhausted, tired. As you look around, this room's a little different than some of the other ones. You see some old, looks like science equipment on a shelf, on a kind of counter that goes all along the left side of the room. On the far side, there are some windows that look outside, and you can see what looks like whole bunches of Bartholomews all kind of grouping up, and they're wearing their normal wizard robes, but they also have these little hats on themselves. Looks like they're outside in the ball game field behind the school, and you can kind of hear the sounds of maybe a band or something playing. It's very distant, but you hear it through these open windows. On the far back corner of the room, you see 3 figures kind of sitting down at their own little chairs, and they aren't really looking at you. They look kind of like Bartholomew, but they've black leather jackets on. And as the last one of you steps in the door, Michael, the door slams shut behind you. You hear an instant rattling of chains as dozens of chains go over the door, similar to the back room of the shop. You see then the door transmute into stone and then disappear, as if it were just part of the wall.
God damn it, I was gonna ask for a nurse.
And as you do so, the windows slam shut, and the music is no longer audible. They turn black. The field beyond is no longer audible. And you see written on the chalkboard are the words, "Abjuration for delinquents." And the 3 Bartholomews in the back of the room kind of stand up. Greetings, noobs. And they kind of crack their knuckles. Or plebs, or nerds. They kind of stretch a little bit, and they begin to walk towards you. I think it's about time you gave us your lunch money.
I think you should give me your hat instead.
Excuse me? Do you know who I am? I'm the captain of the ball game team, and you're about to give me your lunch money. Bartholomew says, cracking his old wizard. It's old Bartholomew, too. It looks like in this black leather jacket.
Yeah, and they'll just takes a few steps forward and says, and I'm the Queen of Dolls, and I think you should give me your hat. And she's going to attempt to fright.
Oh, I was actually going to do something.
So you go to frighten them. What do you do, Michael?
What I was going to do was say, I'm not giving you shit, and then have Sarge roll intimidation.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me intimidation. Anadoltia, can you roll me, instead of a wisdom save, can you just roll me basically a spell attack roll for that? And I'm going to handle that for now.
All right, I can do that easily.
Othgururt, do you want to do anything? Krixus?
Yeah. I'm going to use my other wild shape to become a tiger.
Just become a tiger? Okay.
Yes.
And Othgururt?
Othgururt is just slipping a shield on his arm. He's not even saying anything. He's just putting a shield on his arm.
The Bartholomews look at each other. Oh, crap. You know, there are only 4 of you and only 3 of us. Doesn't seem fair.
But you're the captain of the ball game team, so that counts as 2.
I just start slowly. I kind of just step forward a little bit and then just look and tilt my head and show my fangs.
I bet these fools don't even have any gold. You know, we're out of here. And the Bartholomews snap their fingers and teleport away, seemingly bullied out. I mean, not bullied, frightened away by your retaliatory efforts. Just like that. And as you do that, you find yourself standing in, well, an empty room.
And in the shut room with abjuration for delinquents on the board, from the spot where that door was, you see it just appear for a brief moment on the wall, and in walks Bartholomew. Ah, greetings, delinquents.
Delinquents, we just passed every class.
Yes, you did quite well, but if you remember, you were late for school. And as such, you have detention now. But
We are very sorry for being late. We did not quite know how to get here at the time.
well, the rules apply to everyone the same, even if ignorance is no excuse, unfortunately. But your penance is good to hear, Othgururt, and we're not going to let this time go to waste. You see,
Can I ask a question?
yes, what is it, Michael?
Does this wizard school have a nurse's office or something? Because I heard everywhere.
Make a persuasion check.
Okie dokie. Oh, just checking something. Okay.
Oof.
Oh God.
Bartholomew, do you have any resource that you can use to improve that?
Can Sarge use the help action or something? I don't know.
I'll let Sarge make his own persuasion check, but it's going to be pretty rough to recover from that natural one.
I would
Yeah,
happily give him the help action myself.
I
I'm
just
fucking
kind
pretty bad too.
of tilt my head like, yeah, is there a
Do I
nurse?
get advantage if it's a help action?
You can get another shot. I think it makes sense that people will be helping because you do look very terrible right now. 12.
Oh, come on. You know, Sarge is going to help too.
Oh, yeah,
Come
Sarge isn't.
on! What is
Sarge isn't getting yet. Bartholomew looks at you for a while and goes, only nurse I ever needed. And he flips you over a regular healing potion. So you'll take. Do you drink it immediately? I assume.
Yes.
You'll get 8. Not as good as it could have gone, but you'll get 8 for not crit failing. And he looks at you. We're going to use the time that we have here while you're all locked in this space productively. As you know, abjuration is the creation of wards and is often used as in traps of various sorts. And, well, it would seem that all of you have fallen into mine. And he erases, as the windows and things finish kind of shutting and the room becomes completely sealed off, all the traces of light that were illuminating the class are gone, and the room is just pitch black, save for those who can see in the dark. And then it begins to light, as the text on the board that was abjuration for delinquents, it shifts and twists into a now brightly glowing sign on the board. Evocation finals. And the walls around you begin to fall away.
Vocation. Oh no.
And as they do, around you, the desks on the classroom floor, you see the floor underneath you begins to like crack and crumble as bits of stone begin to just fall off down into space below that shouldn't be there. The actual walls, just all 4 of them begin to just kind of float away into space. And around you, you can see chaos. You see a swirling void. You can see streaks of lightning and elemental energy that crack and crackle through. Bartholomew looks over at you. Your final test for today. Show me what each of you are made of. This is it. I need all of you to roll for initiative for the last time against Bartholomew.
I got 21.
15.
God.
Bartholomew?
I don't want to see Bartholomew's initiative roll, because I'm going to be screwed.
Bartholomew's isn't going to be particularly high, I don't think. Yeah, not bad.
Dead last. Wonderful.
The first to act in this moment is you, Anadoltia. You watch as Bartholomew's staff appears into his hand and begins to crackle with energy.
Question. Would this be his fabled Steph of the Meg?
You're not sure. Looks
Not
the same.
sure. Okay, it looks the same. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and try this, targeting the staff.
And what do you do?
I am casting this at 5th level.
Interesting. Go ahead and actually, you're casting it at 5th level. Okay. The staff that he's holding, go ahead and the level of the magic that animates a Staff of the Archmagi is higher than 5th. So I will need you to make me a spell check.
I could do that, and in this case, I'm also combining it with the coins toss.
I love it. For starters, make me that spellcasting check. You don't need it. As soon as you kind of reach out, the staff just sort of begins to, which was kind of piercing with energy, that energy just stops for a moment. And Bartholomew looks over at the staff. Good move. I'll go without. He tosses the staff over to the side and into the void. Anything else on your turn, Anadoltia?
That is actually all I can do.
And as you kind of finish this action, he goes, I don't need it too much anyway. He places a hand on his hat, and you see his hands begin to glow with kind of arcane power. And he readies an attack towards you. He's going to fire out at you. He pulls back and hurls forward an incredible mote of fiery energy. He's going to cast a chromatic orb at you. It's 21 to hit.
That would hit.
He does this. This is a legendary action that he's using. You take 33 points of fire damage as the sword sizzles in his hand before coursing towards you and striking in. Your doll-bound form taking some severe burns. That's all for that legendary action. That's going to bring us to Othgururt. What would you like to do?
If you've got any healing magic, I would appreciate it in a moment. Othgururt will step forward, looking reluctant for just a moment, because it is Bartholomew who's approaching. But he'll push that out of mind.
Come at me, Othgururt!
That's all the instruction he needs. His look immediately turns to one of absolute fury and wrath. And he will approach Bartholomew, pulling his forge hammer off of his back.
Interesting.
And he will swing recklessly.
Go ahead and make me an attack roll with advantage.
I'll show you
Oh! Roll damage.
exactly what I can do.
For
All that fire damage is there, by the way.
oh, this is the true crit.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. All right, 19, 21 points of damage, 40 points of damage with your first swing. Roll damage for the second one.
Sadly, no fire damage on this one.
49 points in 2 swings, 50 points of damage. You're a frenzied rage, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I assumed. And with your 2 strikes, they lash into Bartholomew. And at the end of your turn, as he kind of spins a little bit in midair, seeming to already be under the effects of the fly spell, just kind of floating, he whirls around, and at the end of your turn, he's going to make a legendary action. You see he reaches his bag, which is over his back. He just pulls it over his side and whips out an item, and he's going to use a legendary... I'm sorry, is there anything else on your turn?
If you didn't count it already, there should have been an extra 6 damage on that from rage that I forgot to turn on the toggle for.
Okay.
Nothing else on the turn, though.
All right, yeah. He spins around, whirling from the attack, and is going to use his big sheath bonanza on you. As he reaches out and pulls out of the bag, he's going to pull out and strike at you with envy. That's an attack to hit. That's a 32 to hit for 13 points of piercing damage.
Oh, that hits.
Which you're going to hit for half. And you watch as Bartholomew is going to siphon your strength, Othgururt. What's your strength score?
20 currently.
What a coincidence. That's what Bartholomew's strength score is now. And that is all for that legendary action. And my music stopped. That is going to bring us now to Bartholomew's turn proper. And he's going to rear back, and he goes, I know I said it was evocation, but this is a little something I picked up recently, a bit unclassified. It's called Dunamancy. And Bartholomew rears back, and in his hand you see this orb, this sphere of darkness. He hurls it forward past all of you. And as it just flies through the air an incredible distance behind you, you can see that from that small motive sphere, all of a sudden, a larger point appears. A black hole erupts into the space, and you all begin to feel this incredible force of energy that are kind of pulling you backwards off what's left of the platform and into the chaotic void as this ravenous void opens up in the space. And at this point, that's going to bring us, that's all for his turn as he creates a ravenous void. That's going to pass us next in initiative to Krixus. At the start of your turn, I need you to make me a strength saving throw.
Okay, and this will be +4. Oh, God, it doesn't matter.
Krixus, this void begins dragging you backwards off of the platform. You come right to the edge of it, and you are unable to move forward. Additionally, if you fail again, you'll be pulled backwards and into the void proper, and truly be subjected to the ravenous void's effects. But right now, you're hanging on by a thread.
Yeah.
You still have an action, you can't move forward. Unless you succeed on the saving.
So I can go for it again?
You have an action, you just can't move forward at this time because you failed on the saving throw. But you can do something that uses range or whatever. You can take your action as normal, or you can just try and fight against it, but that'll be your turn.
I'll try to fight against it, I guess. That's the only thing I can do because I'm in the wild shape.
Oh, you're in the wild shape right now.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make me a strength check or strength save.
+4.
15.
15.
Unfortunately, Krixus, that's not enough to fight the tide of Bartholomew's thing. Do you want to end your wild shape at this point? I know you're kind of stuck right now, or do you maintain the wild shape as it stands?
I'm going to maintain it for right now.
Okay. You're holding on to dear life. Your claws are gripping into the edge, trying to keep you from being pulled further backwards and into the black hole. Michael Verity, the turn is yours. I also need you to make me a strength saving throw.
Okay, I'm doing this for both me and Sarge, so hold up.
You are good. And Sarge is good. You feel this incredible force of gravity pulling you, but you're able to step forward out of the range of it. You're kind of safe on the front edge of the platform. What do you do?
Okay, so first, because I successfully resisted, I'm getting up to Bartholomew, and both me and firstly, what I'm first going to do is the Wombo Combo Trip Attack again, right on Bartholomew.
Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Okie dokie.
27 will hit. Roll damage. I assume there's more than one attack coming. Bartholomew is lawful, believe it or not.
Yeah, but I forget what the save. It's 8 plus my proficiency plus my. So it's 8 plus 4 plus 4 for strength DC or he falls prone. Because Bartholomew is not huge.
Bartholomew actually is huge right now because he just stole Othgururt's strength.
Oh.
But
that.
he still does not have proficiency in this particular save, and he has magic resistance, but not this. That's a 15. Is that enough?
Okay, 8. So that's 8, 4, 12. Nope, 16. Nope, he fails.
All right. Yeah, he kind of stumbles forward and falls to the ground.
And let me roll the d8 for bonus damage.
8 points of bonus damage in addition.
Okay,
Ooh, nice.
Saw Urge now gets to do the same thing, and he gets advantage on this.
Have Sarge attack with advantage. 13, unfortunately, is going to miss Bartholomew.
However, I'm not done. I'm action surging, and
Ooh, finally the action surge breaks out.
I'm going to action surge. One of my attacks is going to be Sarge literally headbutting him while he is prone, just to push him just a teeny bit closer to his own black hole.
Ah, all right.
And since he's still down, Sarge still gets advantage.
19 will hit. Go ahead and, or 9 points of piercing damage. No,
And
push
he's
5
pushed
feet away.
5 feet.
As you push him 5 feet, you were right on the edge of the void over here on the outside. You just put it right outside of himself.
I'm still not done. And with my last attack, I still have 4 charges left. I used 3 of them, and charge up my sword, and all Bartholomew sees is this massive light. Start emanating from his sword, and he's like, "You want some evocation? How about have a passing grade?" And then I just blast him.
Oh man, what's he gonna do?
Straight up blast.
Charisma saving throw.
DC
Bartholomew
17.
He's pretty good at those, and he has advantage on saves against magical effects. He succeeds, so he's going to take half damage from 13 points of radiant damage as this incredible beam of light shoots out from the Virtue Blade, the Justice of Miradara. It pierces through the void, an incredible, brilliant streak. Bartholomew still takes a pretty sizable chunk of damage from that. Anything else on your turn, Michael? You've done enough.
Yeah, I'm done.
In that case, at the end of your turn, Bartholomew is going to use, and actually from your second attack, Bartholomew actually loses concentration. The void that was pulling you backward, you watch as the black hole just kind of collapses in on itself and dissipates. And at the end of your turn, Bartholomew is going to use a legendary action, and he's going to throw a cantrip at you, Othgururt. It's with advantage. It's only, oh, wait. Oh, that is with all the damage. You just rolled really bad. It's 11 points of fire damage. Othgururt.
Let me check a feature. I was just reading up on it, expecting something like this to happen. Othgururt will expend a charge of wrath to reduce this damage.
Okay, do it up. 2 points.
Well.
All right, Othgururt, you take 9 points of fire damage. And that's going to bring us next in initiative to, it is the top. Anadoltia, what would you like to do?
Anadoltia is going to use her action to cast Freedom of Movement on herself through Trickster's.
All right. Anything else on your turn?
I think it's pretty much all. Actually, no, it's not. Anadoltia will actually use her remaining. Wait, let me think. Yeah,
Actually,
her
you know what?
remaining spells.
Actually, Bartholomew, as you go to cast Trickster's Escape, Bartholomew is going to cast his own spell, and that's Counter Steal.
And I'm going. Wait. If he does that, I'm going to cast Bouncer Spell.
And as you bouncer spell Bartholomew's Counter Steal, Bartholomew, in turn, using his second reaction with his other hand, Counter Steals your Bouncer spell.
Wait.
He has 2 reactions. He's Bartholomew.
God damn.
It's amazing.
You're up against the big man now. The first one, he has to. Okay, I gotta figure out the trigger order. This is now Magic the Gathering. Anadoltia, he's gonna try and steal your steal with Counter Steal, but he actually does have to roll a check to do that because it's not high enough.
Yeah. Keep in mind, he's still prone.
Anadoltia, he actually fails to counterspell your bouncer spell. So now...
I can just see if I can actually bouncer spell his Counter Steal.
Yeah, so now I need you to roll a charisma check to see if you bounce his counter.
All right, I wonder, what is the level?
It is not...
the coins toss.
A critical failure is going to get you a critical failure either way.
Oh yeah. Okay, so.
So there's an elaborate, and now he has to roll again to successfully. That one also fizzles. Now he has to countersteal because your spell is 5th level, right? He did 4th.
Yes, he has the freedom movement. Actually, freedom movement is a feature, but I still have to cast it.
Yeah, so he has enough. So he has to now successfully steal. He grabs it. Okay, yeah. You have this intense arcane duel. You guys just see as like sigils keep appearing in the air between Bartholomew and Anadoltia. There's a circle. Doof, 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 doof. They just kind of all pop up and doof, then break and shatter apart in different kind of points. But at the end of it, Bartholomew gains freedom of movement.
Yeah. Thankfully, when I cast it, does it just count as the feature, or does it does the feature's limitations also affect that freedom movement he just got?
What are the features limited?
It can only be used every long rest.
Yes.
So
No,
basically,
what does freedom of movement do again?
It makes it so he can't be restrained.
Or paralyzed.
Well, he's still prone, so.
Yeah, or paralyzed. But anyway, do you have something else on your turn, Anadoltia, with the most complicated turn in the history of DnDTime?
Yes.
That would have been an action, and I just used my reaction to use the remaining spell slot I had. So I'm done.
All right. That is going to bring us next in initiative to Othgururt. What would you like to do, Othgururt?
Othgururt will approach the still prone Bartholomew, look down at him for a moment, and kind of snarl.
All right.
I can't do a good snarl.
There's a snarl. I imagine it.
And then he starts slamming the hammer down.
You get advantage.
Yep. Do it. Do it.
Oh, I get the fire damage on one of these.
Oh, okay. I was confused. Those all hit also. He's out of reactions too. Oh.
The middle one has the fire damage.
Okay. So 16, 32, 40, 50 points of damage as you just over and over again begin bringing the forge hammer down on Bartholomew's. He kind of groans in pain as you strike him. At the end of your turn, he's going to use a legendary action. Anything else on your turn, Othgururt?
No. I'm just gonna stay right here, standing just over him in melee range.
Oh no. And he's going to... You watch as he removes from his sheath. He reaches into the bag, and this time he pulls out Othgururt, a Vorpal blade. And he's going to attack at you with a Vorpal sword from his big sheath bonanza.
Oh,
No!
God.
Oh
God.
So, does that mean he's dead?
Othgururt, as you bring 3 mighty hammer strikes down upon Bartholomew, he wheels around, pulls from his bag a Vorpal blade, a 1 in 400 chance of this happening.
Wait, wasn't he still prone though?
He stood up. Oh wait, this was... Oh shit, you're right, he had disadvantage. This isn't his turn. Oh, you're correct. It's not a critical strike. He pulls it out.
My prone saved the day.
And you take only 17 points of slashing damage. Magical slashing damage.
Oh my god, I'm so glad I got Bartholomew prone.
Excellent.
And it's halved.
Oh my God.
Excellent memory, Anadoltia. You just saved Othgurt's
Yeah, I was
life.
gonna say, is he dead? Jesus!
He was almost. And that's all for that legendary action, and it is now Bartholomew's turn. And now he rights himself up. He's holy shit. He rights himself and he zips upwards into the air. Michael, Verity, and Othgururt, I want both of you to make me. I want both of you to make me opportunity attacks if you wish to do so.
Oh, definitely. Unfortunate that I can't make
And
this
Sarge
round.
also do one.
Yeah, absolutely. 16, unfortunately, will miss.
Oh, because I forgot I had advantage, but
As will 17.
is he still prone though?
But Sarge, no,
No,
this
he
is
fell
his
out.
turn, so he stood up and now he's flying up into the air. That's why he's broken opportunity attacks.
Damn.
And then, yeah, none of them hit. They all the blades kind of clatter in the space behind him as he rockets upwards. And then he reaches up his hand up into the air and tosses down towards all of you. Growing in size, you see in his hand a fireball that becomes immense as he just tosses it downward directly into the center of the platform where currently Othgururt, Othgururt, Michael, Verity, and Sarge all stand. I need you all to make me dexterity savings throws. As Bartholomew.
Unless I'm forgetting that I have evasion, there's no way this doesn't down me.
Okay. Sarge takes half damage from that.
I still stand
You're up still? Oof.
with 3 hit points.
But Michael, as this fireball is engulfed around you, you realize as it explodes in the space that this is not a fireball. It's one of Bartholomew's upgraded spells, a pyreball, and the fire continues to twist and whirl within the space, roaring around you like an inferno. If you end your turn, you'll continue to take damage from this ability.
And what is the range of this ball?
It is a 20-foot radius. So you'll have to be able to run out of it on your next turn. Krixus, what do you wish to do?
Oh boy. So I have a down companion in the middle of this fiery ball, correct?
Yup. The fire just continues to rage. You can't even see within it at the moment.
Okay. So I see Michael jump out, but I don't see Othgururt. I'm going in. I'm going in this fireball,
Oh shit.
and I'm gonna try to get.
When you enter into it for the first time on a turn, you take the fireball damage.
Oh, that's fine. I have resistance.
You take, in that case, half. This isn't even, yeah, this is no longer a dexterity saving throw. This is a constitution saving throw after the initial explosion.
That's cool. So let's do.
So that's not going to succeed, unfortunately, but you do take half anyway. You take 11 points of fire damage.
Okay,
And you
that's-
begin.
So I'm gonna locate Othgururt, and I'm getting out of there.
Okay. You begin kind of dragging Bartholomew. You begin dragging Othgururt's corpse out of the, or Othgururt's body out of the kind of fiery explosion, and you pull him out, but Bartholomew leans down over you threateningly. Are you still in beast form, Krixus, or is that enough to knock you out?
Oh, I'm still good.
All right, that's going to bring us next in initiative to, you have a bonus
Me.
action, actually. Do you want to use it, Krixus?
I don't really think I can do anything.
Oh, yes, I forgot you're in beast.
Wait.
Okay.
D-
You can,
Yeah, I can't.
yeah, the only thing you can do is drop beast form. I forgot that you're in beast form again.
Yep.
Michael, what do you want to do, Michael?
How high up is Bartholomew?
You can't see at the moment because you're inside of a raging inferno.
Okay, then me and Sarge walk out with 30 feet of movement. Now what?
You can see above you, Bartholomew stands hovering about 60 feet up in the air.
Well, I was gonna suggest Shadow Pulse, but that's not gonna work. It's too far. However, I'm going to use one. I have an option that Sarge the Sovereign hasn't used. Firstly, with one hand, I'm holding my crossbow, and yet, no.
What's the play?
That's my play.
Bartholomew's going to make a wisdom saving throw. This is not a magical effect, so he doesn't have advantage, but he is very good at these. Yeah, unfortunately, he succeeds. As Sarge kind of leers up at Bartholomew, Bartholomew looks down at you. Michael, you've come so far, Michael. I'm proud of you. As he stares steely back towards you. Anything else on your turn?
Sadly, no. I have nothing else I can do.
That's going to bring us next in initiative to the top, Anadoltia. What would you like to do?
He's 60 feet in the air. I can't really do anything about that. But I'll just attempt to hit him with something, so... I'll just go ahead and just do some fade touch splash at him.
All right. 10 points of force damage. 10 points of force damage. He's going to make a concentration check. Immediately. You watch as the... he has advantage, but he failed anyway. Immediately, the fiery sphere fizzles and drops down.
But also his fly. That.
Oh, he had to make another one. I was just doing it for the Pyreball. He has 2 concentrations. Yeah, the fly he maintains. Oh no, the fly speed, he just has a fly speed.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, sorry, you confused me. No, he just has a fly speed.
Okay.
Is that all for your turn, Anadoltia?
Yeah, it's all for my turn.
Othgururt. Bartholomew looks down at you. What do you want to do?
I'm still unconscious, correct?
Oh, that's true. You are down for the count right now. I need you to make me a death saving throw. 8. You creep closer to death. And on his turn, Bartholomew looks down over the group of you. Actually, at this point, at the end of your turn, he's going to use a legendary action to teleport back down to ground level with all of you. And he looks over the group of you. All of you battered and tired, but at the end of this moment, still standing. And Bartholomew looks over the group of the 4 of you. Lightning crackles in the void around you. And he looks at you. Ah! You have all come such a long way. But I'm afraid that this is the end for all of you. Will you all promise me that no matter what, you'll face oblivion? I
just roar.
Krixus, you let out a bestial roar. Othgururt, you've already fallen, but he's seen the resolve in your eyes.
I'd face oblivion till the day I fall dead.
Well, unfortunately, Michael, that is today. He looks to you, Anadoltia.
Anadoltia shakes her head and says, if I was to fall to oblivion, it'll be only after I see the injustice done to my land dealt with.
And Bartholomew smiles at you. And you can see glinting in the distance, coming towards you now, a swirling shape. As Bartholomew is going to cast the 9th level spell, Meteor Swarm.
Oh.
Oh, just 1.
I don't care. I'm opting to fail this for a good reason.
Yeah. Do any of you have any means to survive this moment?
I actually do.
Do we have time before while he's doing this?
You can see it coming in, but Krixus, what do you do?
And if I pass my dex, there's a possibility, plus I have resistance to fire.
Really? Oh, wow. Okay. Go ahead and make me the dex save.
Oh my god!
Unfortunately not.
Anadoltia, Anadoltia hasn't used the coins toss yet because the other one was automatically passed. So.
Yeah, that's true. Go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw, and you can try and coins toss it.
Okay, so saving throw with dexterity saving throw with the good luck charm and coins toss all. Wait,
Show us what you got. Roll it up.
Wait, is that fire and bludgeoning all together?
Yep, it's all one big
Yes,
thing.
I don't think you'll survive that.
Yeah, I probably won't survive that, but
Just go ahead and give it a shot anyway.
Give it a shot.
I was gonna say this. I am going to throw the portable hole down and jump in and then make it.
Okay. As in that case, you begin to throw down the portable hole to hide. Unfortunately, coin toss does not get you there. But you, the meteor crashes into the pillar, and for a moment, all that all of you are able to see is an incredible, blinding light. You hear a roar of flames, and your entire world is
I'm
fire.
going to wait. I'll let you finish, Pete.
Your entire world is fire, and then darkness. And for a moment, there's nothing.
Except me, because I chuckle slightly as my last point of my sword, I stay alive with 1 hit point, and I look at Bartholomew dead in the eyes as the smoke clears and tell him, "You are not. I will not die today."
And he looks at you, Michael, and you just see he has this sad look in his eyes as he looks over at you. Michael, your bravery is unimaginable. You have cheated death just now, but this is the lesson I wish to teach you. That there are some battles that you must give all to win. You understand?
I understand that. But I don't think this is my time to die. And even if it is, I wouldn't just sit there and do nothing.
And Bartholomew looks kind of troubled for a moment. And he goes, "You've already done so much, Michael. I need you to rest." And as he says the word rest, there is a ringing in your ears, Michael. You are exhausted. You are tired. You have stood in the face of death and pushed beyond it to a point that is near unfathomable.
I slowly go to my knees and just like, I don't want it to end now. And I
and yes, as he speaks this word rest, you feel it reverberate within you. And after a few kind of tense moments, you sleep. And too go to darkness. But after a short time, you all arise again and find yourself standing once more in the void of pure white. And Bartholomew looks across at the four of you. He's standing there. All of you are unharmed, uninjured, still in the space. Greetings, adventurers. How are you all feeling?
Like I got hit by 1,000,000 adamantium stones.
Yeah, sorry about that.
I have never felt such great pain in my life, but the feeling of withstanding it was just breathtaking.
He looks over to you. Michael, I know you're in a hurry to see what's on the other side, but if you could spare the time, I would like to say a few words.
You may do so.
Michael, in your time throughout the lands of DnDTime, you have shown time and again, redefined to me what bravery and virtue is. You are the ideal that you stand for. You are the embodiment of virtue and of order. The land of DnDTime will forever be indebted for the things that you have done. And I am honored to call you friend, Michael.
Thank you.
He goes up to you, and he goes, behind him, you see appearing now is the same door that you entered into the space in. We won't speak again once you step beyond that door. But, Michael, before you go, how about one last pull for old time's sake? And Bartholomew pulls out the bag.
For real? No cost? No trick?
No cost, no trick.
I will take it.
Go ahead and roll me a D1000. The minimum number you're able to roll on this is 500.
Oh, God.
So if you roll below that, we count the
So
roll as 500. So go ahead and roll
okay.
me a D1000.
nice.
752. You reach into the bag, and your hand instantly washes over a different type of weapon than you usually are accustomed to. And as you pull out of the bag in this moment, a bow, but you can see that instead of the normal nature of the bow, you can see it's a brilliant cherry red, and instead of arrows, it looks like there's just a bunch of swords with it. And Bartholomew speaks, that's the bow of blades. It's a bow, but you can use it to fire swords. And he kind of smiles at you.
So, does it have any other magical property besides that? And it's a
Oh,
long
it's
bow,
plus
I'm
one.
assuming?
It does a lot of stuff, but you should check it out. But it's a pretty cool.
I will.
This is an item created by Wild Rish. Thank you.
Also, is this an attunement item?
It is, but we can
Rip.
talk about that later. But
Okay.
Michael, I know that you have to go.
I know.
But thank you.
Goodbye, Bartholomew.
And Max, I know that you are very much on a schedule, so if you need to go, you are good to go.
Yeah, I would like to say thank you all. This was a great time, and thanks for the great Legend game. Love you all. Pete.
Love you too. Congratulations on your promotion into Legend.
Later.
We move next. Bartholomew steps up to you, Othgururt. Looks at you. Othgururt. There are moments from time to time where I sense nervousness, hesitation in you. But whenever the chips are down, whenever there's a moment of trouble, whenever something needs protecting, be it your code or be it the world, you rise with a passion, the likes of which the land of DnDTime have not yet seen. You are the greatest smith I have ever met, and you are a dear friend. Thank you, Othgarurt.
I was only able to bear my all against you, knowing that you were strong enough to take it.
And Bartholomew smiles.
I heard you say we will not see you again.
Perhaps not for some time, although I would love if you came back to visit from time to time, but maybe a bit less of me.
Bartholomew, you are a dear friend to me. At a time in my life where I was adrift, alone, without family or home, you gave me purpose. And working for you gave me family again. Thank you.
Bartholomew clasps your arm in his, brings his other tightly around your back. Thank you, Othgururt. You want something? And he holds out the bag.
Yes. I should very much like to. One more time.
For old time's sake, you know. Roll me a D1000. You can't get below 500. 640. Nice. You reach into the bag, and your hand passes over. That's an interesting one. Your hand passes over a. For a moment, something. It's kind of cold and metallic, and you. Instinctually, you're going to let it go and just go for the next thing, but it just feels right in the moment. And you pull out a pair of handcuffs. Bartholomew speaks up. These are famous. You know dimensional shackles, Othgururt, an impressive piece of smithing and magic.
I am somewhat familiar with them.
Yes, well, these are them. May they serve you well. I know there's some things out there that could use these. And you take the dimensional shackles.
Thank you.
Bartholomew nods to you.
I will miss you.
I will miss you too, Othgururt. Till we meet again. And he steps next towards you, Anadoltia. Anadoltia. There's something about you that I feel is often lost. Of course, you're very powerful. You hail from the Feywild. You strike fear into the hearts of your enemies, that is undoubted. But you are kind, Anadoltia. You have given homes, given new life to so many individuals that would have been so far out of the question. You have raised an incredible family. And it is my honor to call you both a incredible monarch and one of the greatest rulers that we have seen here in the lands of DnDTime. And friend. Anadoltia.
Anadoltia just like nods.
Bartholomew kind of leans down, so he's kind of not quite at eye level with you, but lower to the ground. Thank you, Anadoltia. Not just for what you've done in the lands of DnDTime, but for the life that you've brought to it. And the life that the Candy Kingdom and confection and pastry has brought to it. He looks over to you. Pull from the bag. You want one?
Of course. So, if I may also ask, can I get a slight change to my title afterward?
I suppose it's upon you to say what you wish to be called. What is that, Anadoltia?
The Corner Dolls and Fate's Puppeteer.
We shall see how the threads of fate will unravel for you. 919, Jesus.
Nice.
This is oh my god, this is a very interesting one.
Please be one's a ring. As you reach into the bag,
your hand passes over what appears to be first a staff, and as you pull it out, you just grab out of the top of it. The most of it falls away, but just the stone that rests upon it. And Bartholomew speaks up. This is an iron stone.
Oh.
It has a number of powerful functions, but this one is the iron stone of leadership. When you place this upon your head, it will increase your charisma score by 2 points. Pretty.
Does it exceed the 20?
Are you at 20?
I'm at 20.
It does not, as it stands. But, he speaks up. Well, some things can be changed. I'm sure you'll find use for it yet, Anadoltia. And he steps, lastly, over towards you, Krixus. Krixus. It's been a long time.
Yes.
How are you doing?
Well, I'm doing good now that I can use chefromancy.
Yes, I'm sorry about killing you there. I did not like doing it. I like doing it a little bit, but...
A little.
Just a little bit, I can't deny it. Krixus, you bring such creativity to all of the things that you do. Be it your cooking, be it just the manner in which you choose to live your life, be it making a crazy, misshapen doll. Krixus, your devotion to the cloud is, I would not say unmatched, but matched by maybe only one.
Ah, yes. My good friend Eutrochus.
And Krixus, I count you as a dear friend myself. Thank you for all that you have done here in the lands of DnDTime, for your fervor, and for the life and joy that you have brought. Krixus, would you like to pour from the bag?
Of course, you know me. I like to pull from the bag.
Go ahead and roll me a D1000.
Oh, let's see.
A 500. You reach into the bag and you pull out, with confidence, a crown. It seems to be formed of a elemental air of some type. And as Bartholomew speaks up, he goes, this is the air crown of heretics. It will allow you to cast the gust of wind spell whenever you wish to do so. Additionally, once per day, you can cast the phantom steed spell and get a big wyvern that can carry a few people. But other than that, it's a phantom steed. It can't attack or use any wyvern poison. It's made of air. It's pretty rad.
Is this attunement?
I do believe it is. As most items in the bag are. But I'm sure you'll find a way to use it, Krixus. You'll find a use for everything that you find. Be it skin from an animal or, well, powerful magic items such as this. Krixus, thank you. And yeah, it's true of Michael as well. He went on ahead. But I would say of all of you, it bears no heed or surprise that the four of you are legends. I don't know if it's a thing that I can truly say about what makes a legend, but as far as I'm concerned, you are, and welcome to the legend tier of adventuring. Best of luck in all of your journeys. Goodbye, old friends.
Hopefully we shall.
And Bartholomew smiles at you, and the door which closed for Michael beckons once more for all of you.
And those who step through.
It is a shame, in a way. I was looking forward to working together with this hammer on you. But with the hammer. We're working together with you on the hammer. I'm sorry, I'm so...
It's been a long night, it's fine.
I do not understand what this feeling is, but it is not pleasant.
Well, maybe we'll talk about it still someday. As Bartholomew smiles to you.
I hope we do.
You walk through?
Yes.
Krixus?
Yes, but I will look back on Bartholomew and shed a single tear.
Bartholomew nods to you. And you step through. And with that, our adventure comes to a close. Jeremy, shall we away?
We shall away. And so, that's it.
They did it. They won. They did the thing.
4 more heroes join the legendary tier of adventuring. Becoming,
And
well, the stuff of legends. I'm very interested to see what awaits them.
if I might foreshadow what awaits them, stay tuned for next week where there's going to be some crazy legend shit. They're there right in time because things are going to be starting off with a bang for our new legends and reaching a crescendo for our older ones. As there will not be signups as usual next week because there is a massive battle in Legend tier.
Yeah. It's like these guys are going to be right in time.
Out of the frying pan and into the
thermonuclear detonation.
Refrigerator.
Well.
And thank you all so much for watching tonight. That's all for the show. They done did it. And that's all I got.
Thank you guys. We love, first of all, the 4 of you who played with us this evening. For those who aren't aware, these guys have been with us for years, actually, at this point. They've been playing in this game. And you know what? Welcome. I'm glad you guys are able to finally reach this point. It's something you've long deserved.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks. Too. And for all of you all hanging out and watching or thinking about joining us, you know, do it.
It's a
Come
long
play some
road.
Dungeons and Dragons.
It's a long road to get to exactly here, but every moment that we share with you guys is an absolute joy along the way.
You know, tonight was an absolute, I was saying this in chat earlier. Tonight was a beautiful and perfect night to talk about the kind of things that Pete and Jeremy's D&D time, this very, very goofy, whimsical, ludicrous show we run here can be. Our first adventure, yeah, a bunch of turtles were trying to cheap out on transportation. Goofy, fun, just, you know, the D&D time, what most people think of us. Our second adventure hit you right in the feels. And then this third one went everywhere.
Yeah, it was all over the place.
We had brutal battles, we had goof, and toward the end, you know, at least for them and for me, you got the feels. So thank you for joining us. We hope you guys liked what we have to show. Tune in on Sunday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern for Fantasy Labs. You can learn more about it on our Discord.
Jeremy, give him a bonanza.
All right, Pete.
They need a bonanza.
The people demand a bonanza.
They gotta have it.
And so, people, the winner of the bonanza is WB Stillwell, #NotRigged. Congratulations, Will. You have won 300 Bartholomew bucks.
Hey guys, and for real, thank you so much, Plunder and Frog and Max. I know that you're already in bed, and Blood Deuce, for supporting us so much over these years, and for playing with us and just giving us the joy of the time that we get to spend with you guys, because we really appreciate it, as we do with all of you. But I did want to just take an extra moment to say thanks to you for tonight.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we love you guys very much. And I got nothing else. Jeremy, do you?
All I can say is he's Pete.
He's Jeremy. And this is
Pete and Jeremy's
D&D
time. Good night.
Hey there, folks. Do you know what time it is?
Pete and Jeremy's D&D time. Pete and Jeremy's D&D. Pete and Jeremy's D&D time. Pete and Jeremy's D&D. Pete and Jeremy, you know we're gonna have some fun when we are amazed Dungeons & Dragons. Pete and Jeremy's D&D time. When we are amazed Dungeons & Dragons. Pete and Jeremy's D&D time. Come and have some fun, play D&D. Pete and Jeremy's D&D time. Come play some D&D with me. Pete and Jeremy's D&D time. So many fun things to do. Pete and Jeremy's D&D time. This is our invitation to you.